indirect taxes made. That's 8.8 billion Ghana cedis local procurement in 2025, and NIB searches in cancer's home without warrant. That's a question. Kofi also in cancer, former CEO of NEIP, who made claims that scholarships were sold. And he has to go and answer those. Republic Bank touts benefits of Republic Verse. And Occupy Ghana renews calls for criminalization of intra-party vote buying. The publisher newspaper is the final one I have. It says, strange woman bends over our church. Oh, I saw Pastor Ajima and I wasn't so happy. She's been arrested and told. Mahama summons emergency meeting over Coco. Dr. Randy Abbey will be in that meeting. I'm certainly sure about that. But the question on my mind is, why are people behaving like ostriches when they know they created the problem? Retain Napo for Veep. Ashanti Regional Minister joins campaign. Napo.
Yeah.
For
the
Veep.
debate will start. It's already started, right? We were even having it here some days ago in the aftermath of the primary, and the questions being asked whether or not there's a
Sunrise on 3FM.
Baumia partnership, or he maintains Dr. Matthew Poko Prempe. So
Napo for Veep.
yeah, all of that will come up in the coming days.
He actually gave Dr. Baumia 100% mark. He says, I was looking for a wise man within cabinet, and the only one I found was.
I mean, he was campaigning for him. It presupposes that relationship could go on even into the 2028 elections as well. And so let's see.
Kotoka family fight airport name change. It says move undermines his legacy. Which legacy? I'm sure we can look at it. What do you have on the front pages, man?
I have the Daily Post this morning. Cocoa Board Act to overhaul funding module. Randy Abbey. There's an act. I'll seek to get details of that. Goldboard CEO honored as Best Public Company CEO at 2025 RTP Awards. Parliament approves 2.9 billion cedis for Ghana Medical Trust Fund. Those are the stories on the front page. And like I always do, the Daily Post has a picture gallery.
Pictorial evidence.
Yeah, of the latest envoys as they were sent on their way to bring a lot of good business to the country, and so that's just by way of photo gallery by the Daily Post. We just like to
The president with the
vice president, and, foreign affairs minister, and a host of others. All the you see Alex Segbafia, former chair of the.
No, he's head of
Elvis
the
of,
office at the office of the vice president. Yeah.
So is Mr. Ofusu as well. Also there. I see the voter regional minister all present then. So those are the front pages.
The family of the late Major General Emmanuel Kwesi Kotoka has expressed opposition to government's publicly announced decision to rename the Kotoka International Airport as Accra International Airport. The family has erupted in anger over the publicly announced decision and described the move as badly thought through idea, which is disrespectful to the general and his enduring legacy of national. What word is this? DJ Phil.
Are you?
This family of Kotoka says no. Egbeta, what do you say?
This debate is one that I've been following since the start, when the announcement was made. What it has sought to do is resurrected debates about the role of Ghana's founder, Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, and whether or not the coup which removed him was a saving grace for the country or not. Right? There's
arguments have been made.
Yes,
that, look, he wanted to become one-time president.
Yes, that he
put his name in the constitution, and he wanted to be there forever and ever and ever. Amen.
Exactly. Those
but
arguments.
Oliver Bakavomo, counsel, he's been making argument that, look, that argument doesn't hold water.
Exactly, and so you've brought forward the other leg of the conversations that are happening. Without wanting to state what my position is, there is a genuine problem or a genuine challenge with respect to our history.
Right.
It is problematic that the history of our country is split along political lines. Versions of accounts as to what happened from the past, and an inability to rally around a central theme or story as to what happened from the genesis up until where we are today is very problematic. We are here, we witness what happens in South Africa. There's a Mandela Day, there's an entire celebration, there's an entire festival. I think Beyonce is going to perform at the Mandela Festival before.
That's correct.
And some others. And yet, the man who inspired persons like Mandela and a host of other Pan-Africanist and right movement groups, amongst others, back in his own hometown, there's debate, very serious debate as to...
You actually have people who are proposing that Dr. Kwame Nkrumah doesn't deserve to be the Millennium Guy of the Year.
No, all of that is rubbish.
They were actually in university, they didn't understand what it was, and I said, what hogwash is this?
I say that respectfully...
Support your UP tradition, support whatever it is, but Nkrumah never dies.
Yes. So, I will make the point that we cannot proceed with confusion, with debate splits along two lines and people failing to want to concede as to what the true account or what the true role of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah was. In all of this, we're seeing certain untruths as well being peddled as part of contributions by both sides in the argument. Without a doubt, if there is anything, the 1992 Constitution abhors military takeovers. It respects constitutions, and it makes the argument for constitutional rule and democracy. And we saw in various very respected cases which were taken before the courts and the decisions which were made at 31st December, a great example. Some say that is not an example for us to base as an argument when the Kotoka conversation comes up. I say it is one that can hold water, in the sense that he was part of a group that removed a constitutionally elected government. We have concerns, or there could be legitimate concerns as to, we weren't seeing an election in the offing and what have you.
But if you were consistently organizing bomb threats on the president of the day, how would you want to?
I was going to make the point that the conversation cannot be had without the context which surrounded some of the laws that we saw, like the PDA Act, for instance. Today, we hear a lot of condemnation that it was a dictatorial move
And very silent on those ones.
and what have you. But we forget that there were attempts on the life of the president.
Many attempts.
Attempts.
Kulungungu bombing
In fact,
is
I recall
plenty.
10 plus years ago, the girl who was with the flowers where the bomb
bouquet.
was in, the bouquet of flowers where the bomb was in, was interviewed by GBC or one media house. Her life had been ruined completely. She was being used as a conduit to eliminate a certain
The president.
president at the time.
And nobody cared about how she would have survived.
These conversations appear, or this important context appears missing anytime the conversations are had. If you ask law students who are learning criminal
to
law,
read the law.
right, who are reading the law, and there's a mention of criminal liability and what have you, and the discussion of intent.
Right.
There's a famous case there, Ametewe versus the state, where an officer stationed on duty at the Flagstaff House then attempted to
Assassinate
assassinate
the
the president. In fact, he fired and missed, and one of such shots hit the bodyguard of the president at the time, who died. When he was taken to court, obviously found guilty for murder and all of that. His argument was that he didn't intend to kill the bodyguard.
bodyguard,
He
he
intended to kill the president of the time,
Right.
which was Nkrumah. And so his sentence cannot be that of murder because he didn't have the intent to kill the
Right.
bodyguard.
Mens rea.
Yes, but the argument was that it was transferred intent, and so it was intent nonetheless. These are captured in today lessons when law students are reading the law.
Right.
It cannot be a case that argument will be had about the context of some of the things which happened, and these fine details are conspicuously missing. Nothing happens out of a vacuum. And so, respectfully, for persons who say he was a despot, he was acting in ways that they are declassified documents. Yes,
It's okay.
they are declassified documents
Yeah, your
which
genius.
which
I
which
appreciate
points to happenings and actions which brought about such things. And so, for me, I've supported the argument for the removal or the change in name. And the family's argument, well, I mean, it's their beloved, right?
Take this from me.
A descendant
I would
who-
never support a coup maker.
I
Being
wanted
named
to
after
read
a national
the.
monument.
So-
We won't read anything. So me hana, so me ha, it won't work.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
The argument will not work. I'm telling you, it will never work. You should go and sleep. Look, and that was not the first coup that was organized in Ghana, right?
No, it's
General Odate Wellington. Today I drove past the Nima police station and it hit me. My father told me about it. My father served too. He had 2 stars, 1 crown with a gorget, a red one. Now, General Odate Wellington, he died in the heat of a coup, trying to foil a coup. He was an army commander, or the chief of army staff, as is now being called.
yeah.
He died at Nima police and he was shot severally. Why have we not named anything after him? What was Kotoke's role? What really was his role?
So
It is a coup maker.
yes, very important.
We cannot cater to people because they're hymns and caprices. We cannot do that. So tomorrow I can go and kill Auntie B, and tomorrow my statue will be in front of Media General. What kind of rubbish is that?
Let me say a good morning to Jean-Baptiste Ayeje Esquire, who's listening to us. Is a lecturer.
Great council.
Yes, is a lecturer at the University of Professional Studies, Accra, who's listening to us and having us. He's enjoying the discussion, and so
We greet
to
senior
him
council.
as well. And so yes, as for me, I make the argument that look, there cannot be debate about everything that happened without the proper context being associated with it. And we need to reach a national consensus. Unfortunately, it looks like it will be a very difficult thing to reach because it is now split along political lines.
Right.
Where, when the NDC is in power, Nkrumah appears to enjoy, in terms of history, right? And I will not make this argument without respect to the former president as well, because the Kwame Nkrumah Mausoleum, he's done great work in its facelift amongst many other things.
You had no other option.
But the debates about the legacy of inarguably the greatest ever Ghanaian, right, seems to pick up a bit more when the NPP is in power, and then it dies down. And unfortunately, recently, this entire renaming has brought that to bear again. We see what happens in South Africa, and we say, oh, it would be nice if we had something like this, but we can't seem to agree.
Look, when you read the history of the Republic of Ghana, and you look at the anti-Nkrumahs, people say, oh, we should talk about the negative sides of Nkrumah. When we wanted independence for this country, there were elements we thought that we should have independence.
Nearest possible time.
And Nkrumah says, no, let's have independence now.
Self-government now.
Those are the elements who are now, and their predecessors who are successors who are coming up to come and tell us about Nkrumah not being the best fit for whatever it is. How do you put 1 and 2 together and come and tell us these stories? How do you do that? Trying to make it look like Nkrumah did next to nothing. When your grandfathers and your great grandfathers and whatever it is were fighting against us gaining independence. Go and read the CIA's declassified documents. What did he say? That you people were the ones who were sitting with the CIA to cause us problems. What are you talking about now?
The history will have to be taught.
Nobody
and
in this country who claims to have either gone to school, law school, journalism school, whatever school it is that they have attended, who has some level of education, will come and rewrite the history that we all have read in school. I have done social anthropology, I have done journalism, I have done public relations, I have done development communication, I have done other programs and courses.
Certifications.
You cannot miseducate me. Omar Lekra.
Well, the Nkrumah debate, I wish will be settled now and forever, for us not to continue to
And you know how sadly this started, Mawina? It started from Nkrumah is not the founder of Ghana. Founders Day apostrophe S. Founders Day S apostrophe. That's how it started.
Yeah.
And now we are getting to the deeper portions of it. Go and sleep. Your forefathers did next to nothing. When we were counting the big six, they were not part of it. Go and sleep.
Oh, the big six, they are on our CD.
I say when we were counting the big six, they were not part of it. Go and sleep.
The big six, they are on our CD. So
I say when we were counting the big six, you were not part of it. Go and sleep.
Me, I wasn't part, even though I'm in a fugu today.
Can you imagine that even when we're declaring independence, we're all fugu?
Yeah. But that's been debated. That it was a CPP event, actually.
Yeah, but we want fugu. He said, our country is free forever. Blah, blah, blah. We want fugu. Where were they?
So fugu transcends even now, right? It transcends even now.
Go and sleep.
To far back then.
We won't have any secondary achim conversation. Go and sleep.
So
DJ Phil, play with me. Yeah, into Amanziba. That's Brew, formerly known. When I went last, did your light go off?
Oh, actually, yesterday there was a loud thundering, and so it went out
when the rains came.
for some time, but it returned shortly after. I didn't sleep in darkness. It returned. It went off when it was raining, and then the rains weren't even done, but it returned again. I think it was out for close to 30 minutes.
Did you know that when we wanted to construct the Akosombo Dam, we had people who were against it? Did you know that? Did you know that?
I mean, that's documented.
That part of history has been, but the same people who are telling us in Nkrumah did
In fact,
next to nothing. We actually fought against it. We had people here who fought against it.
Months after, I think it wasn't even up to 2 months after the inauguration, or I think when the project is done is when we call it inauguration, right?
Right.
Yeah. So
the commissioning.
Okay, so that's commissioning. So the dam was commissioned in January. In February, he was ousted.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm saying before he mooted
that's
the idea.
That's how brutal it was.
Mooted the idea to say, I want to do a dam to get us electricity. People said, no. Go and sit down somewhere.
Yeah.
This my boy cannot bring us a dam.
These are costly conversations that we need to have.
It's not costly. It's straight to the point.
And one that perhaps I keep saying there has to be a rallying point.
Right.
There has to be a rallying point. We can't, as a people, we can't go on like this forever in terms of a debate.
Right.
The history is there for all of us to see and learn from. It must be taught, and it must be taught accurately and truthfully. There must be respect paid to all of the individuals.
Right.
In fact,
there are people who want that, who would have wished that Dr. J.B. Dankwa would have been the first president of the Republic. And because he didn't become the first president of the Republic, it means that everything else done by anybody else. And that's witchcraft and wizardry.
Right. So
basic.
That's a fair point.
You want your forefather to become president. He didn't become president. And so somebody else has become president, and everything that the person did was wrong. I'm saying that when we wanted to construct Akosombo Dam, when we wanted to do this atomic area, the real nuclear stuff, there were many things that we opposed.
Silos being built at Tema.
We had even industrial area. We had people who opposed those things. Why did they oppose them? They didn't oppose them because they wanted to oppose them for good reason. They opposed them because it is not our person doing it. And I'm saying when you do that, before Manjalojibo, Ajamalojibo.
So
today they came to work.
Yes, fair point. I think I even lost my.
It's good that you lost it.
So
we're going to water down my point.
So is I was going to. No, I'm not going to seek to water down the point that Dr. Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, on many occasions, it was not lost on him to recognize the contribution of our forefathers and persons who came before him. The fight for independence started long before him.
Right.
With the Aborigines' rights.
Park grants and before him.
Even before park grants, there was the Aboriginal Rights Protection Society, where they sought to have lands which were being taken away from us, protected and all of that. Those were the early days when attempts at a reclaim of our independence started. And it wasn't lost on the founder of this country in giving credit and paying respect to the every effort by all of the individuals. In fact, there's a great market woman who was put on a 50 pesos coin.
Dede Ashinshan.
Yes.
She's a girl, by the way.
Yes.
Dede. My mom comes from Australia. Her big sister is Dede. She's Kokoi.
Right.
Dede Ashinshan.
These are all individuals who played important roles in the lead up to the 6th of March 1957. And it has not been lost on any of us the contribution they played. Yes, Nkrumah will be exalted above all else. But
That's where the problem is.
but
let's equate
the
Nkrumah
man
to somebody.
himself, it has not been lost on him, or it wasn't lost on him to give credence and to pay respect and homage to individuals who contributed in the fight for independence. Today we have streets named after some of the individuals.
Yeah.
The shooting,
Sergeant Ajeti,
Yes.
Professor Date, and Corporal
all
Secret.
of that were movements that culminated into 6th of March 1957 and subsequently the Republic
Right.
in 1960.
But somebody had championed it, went to jail, came back.
Yeah, I understand.
So the falsehood is now being presented that Nkrumah wanted his name in the first constitution of the Republic of Ghana, blah blah blah. That's false.
Yes,
It
I
was-
think
it's false. And Paul Adumatri of all persons who tried to become a lawyer, he didn't become a lawyer
I see,
subsequently. No, I'm just saying it.
Yeah, I know.
He cannot misrepresent the facts.
right.
If JB Danko had become president of the Republic, his name would have been there as first president or whatever.
Yeah,
it
which
is.
was the intent.
The
or-
intent, but
of-
it was
of
not
being
because
captured,
he didn't become president of the Republic.
of it being captured.
Now,
of it being
if
captured.
you, Mawina, you are head of security and every day somebody is trying to, what do you call it, to kill you through a bomb, wouldn't you put in measures? You will put in measures. This whole argument or your time, where does it come from? If it is not you, we are a proud nation. We will not go to the IMF before we realize we are at IMF. Now the man who took us to IMF, we are proud nation because the Joshua and Caleb economy Sambalat into he can't come home, come and answer his questions. How do we take such people serious? You cannot distort history.
well,
cannot.
No, nobody can.
We have read.
Should-
My dad used to take me to the Central Library by Bank of Ghana every Saturday. He would leave me there from 10 a.m. to about 4 p.m. I'll be reading different. I have read it myself, black and white. Nobody can distort history.
There will be no attempts at that as well.
There have been attempts.
There will be
attempts.
There will be no attempt.
There have been attempts.
I think it's safe to say that there will be persons who will rise up against any attempts for our history to change.
I'm one of those people.
And 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 we again, I think I'll make this final point and then we can talk
Arrest
Cocoa
the
Board,
matter.
yeah,
Yes,
Cocoa Board and
yes.
some others. The debates must come to an end. There needs to be a central rallying point. I mean, this government says there's going to be a Black Star event. Imagine it's themed around the man who suggested the Black Star name and what have you, and what it can do for the effort started by the former president beyond the return and what have you. Because already we are up there as a hot spot in terms of a
Mawina,
return
I have
for the
traveled
black
to,
community.
I've traveled to countries. When you mention your name and you say you are from Ghana, the first thing they say is Nkrumah. They
Yeah.
don't say JB Dankwa. They don't say Akwaje. They don't say Uforiata. They don't say any of them. They say Nkrumah.
Right.
You cannot fight
It's
it.
etched. It's etched in gold.
there.
Yeah.
You cannot fight it. Why are you fighting for your forebears who did next to nothing? Really?
It's
What's
etched.
that?
Plenty questions, no answer. How come we dey sell the contracts? Biggie lifestyle, small paper. You make you celebrate the shop. Working hard to uncover the rots in this country. God bless Ghana.
The best in the morning is on 92.7. Sunrise on 3 FM.
Episode.
Daily Post, right?
Right.
About an act to overhaul the funding module of Cocoa Board. And so the Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Cocoa Board, Dr. Randy Yabi, says he's hopeful that efforts to pass the Cocoa Board Act will be expedited, allowing for the introduction of a new funding model for cocoa purchases or strengthening protection for cocoa trees. According to him, the proposed legislation is intended to align Ghana's cocoa regulatory framework with current industry realities, including long-standing concerns about farm protection, pricing structures, financing, and value addition. That's new to me. Now, Dr. Randy Abe noted that under existing laws, agencies such as the Minerals Commission can grant prospecting licenses that allow access to cocoa farms There's a law that, for example, the Minerals Commission, okay, so he goes on. He explained that beyond land access issues, Cocoa Board is also seeking reforms in cocoa pricing mechanisms and funding arrangements for bean purchases, which he believes are critical to the long-term sustainability of the sector. There's a quote from him here says, there were many things in terms of the pricing for cocoa. We needed to look at it. We needed to look at the new funding module I spoke to you about, Dr. Abbey stated. The Cocoa Board CEO further pointed to structural challenges limiting value addition in the cocoa industry, particularly financing arrangements that commit raw cocoa beans to syndicated contracts, reducing flexibility for local processing and value addition. Say good morning to the senior counsel from amongst us.
I'm not in law school.
You people.
So
I don't want to go to law school.
So he says that there's
I
an
don't want
act.
to be tying my neck every morning.
There's an act.
Do
in
you
the-
know contempt?
This is not contemptuous.
In fact, you were becoming contemptuous. That is why I had to tie my neck and come inside so that you don't feather.
I was not becoming contemptuous. I was telling the people the truth.
You said the act says what?
So the act is seeking to, amongst many things, overhaul the funding model. But we know that the matters of Cocoa Board are things that are going to be front and center at an emergency. I don't want to call it an emergency, but it looks like it's an emergency cabinet meeting today, where the
That
president
is
is
how they
expected.
describe it, actually.
Yes, where the president is expected to sit. And I saw a comment that said,
But the
the-
meetings were on Thursdays.
yes, but today, because of the issues of farmers not being paid, the president has convened one such meeting
But
for
Randy Abbey
conversation.
has stated, Dr. Randy Abbey has stated that, look, he came to meet a debt and he's trying to fix the issues. Why is anybody not listening to him?
Unfortunately, true as they may be, it's been a year, and that cannot explain away
Fix it.
why the farmers are not being paid. It's an understandable challenge, but so were a lot of the other institutions as well. I will not sit here and say a year is a good enough time to deal with challenges within the cocoa sector, whose challenge predates possibly when I started doing journalism
Right.
and what have you. But for the cocoa farmer who went, labored, got his bags, sold it, that will not be justifiable excuse for him not receiving money. And so the explanation will come, the dealing with the challenge will come, but the person will tell you that I gave you the cocoa beans.
I give you my products.
Give me my money.
Right.
And
it
that's-
makes sense.
Yes, and that is what the president is seeking to have a conversation about and look at, because for a very long time it appears it's been unsustainable to an extent, the syndicated loan and the challenges it came with. That's why we abandoned that path. This year it looks like we were doing spot sales. And so when the prices on the world markets plummeted, obviously we had discussed or agreed farm gate prices and how much we were going to pay the cocoa farmers. And so when the world prices on the world market came down, it will affect
The
immediately
local prices.
how much you can give. You can't tell the farmer, I'll pay you 3,600. And so now because the world market prices have come down, I'm going to pay you. That would be suicidal politically. And we need to be truthful to ourselves that this is also very political. Cocoa is huge politics in this country when it's not supposed to be.
But you have Dennis Abuaji going on to farmlands to go and organize press
You understand?
conferences where wearing
So that's
farmer jackets to go and tell people.
That's
that
one of the many examples. So you can't return to the farmer and say that this, that, and that. But there are questions being asked as well. That did you leave all the beans? Because we saw that either we are on target we are on the path to meet production targets for this year,
Right.
or we might miss it by a slim margin. Did you decide to sell all of it on the spot,
Right.
or some were sold forward, which means even as prices are falling, there will be something where we can there's this term surplus, right? There will be some surplus from the sales which were made with the high prices, which can cover for it.
Right.
These are some of the questions which are being asked of the Cocoa Board CEO, and the president, I believe, will seek to ask some of those questions. There will be explanations for the person who sold his beans. All they are looking forward to is that after this meeting, come forward and tell me on X and X date, meet us at this junction and take your money.
Yeah.
That's it. The rest of the Komininis on funding model, that is futuristic, and possibly the next season we modify things and then
I know Six Foods doesn't grow cocoa in this area.
No.
But I don't know what
In
he
fact,
also wants to say.
My early encounter with cocoa was a story we went to do at Anum Apapa.
Apapam.
No,
Enum Apapam.
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 Enum Apapam. In the Eastern
Enum
region.
Apapam. Yes, the
Yes.
Suhum area.
So slow
Yeah,
down.
that was when
let
I
me,
saw-
Let me teach you.
So Enum Apapam.
Apapam.
Say it again.
Enum Apapam.
I'm watching your mouth and it is not muffin. No, like he's pronouncing the thing like he's hiding it.
No,
Like,
but that's-
so
that's-
Enum
Enum Apapam.
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 Yeah. Enum Apapam. Apapam.
Anyway, so I
Inside the Apapam.
so it's one of my early encounters of with actual.
pods and all of that.
Yes,
I've eaten
the-
some of the raw.
I tasted it that day. I don't know. It didn't.
It didn't go.
It
smooth
wasn't
for
what
you.
I was expecting. I don't know what I was expecting.
No, you were
but-
expecting sugar and milk in addition, but this one is raw, nectar, sweet.
Anyway, but I can also give you shea fruits and
Oh, I've eaten shea butter here before.
no, the fruit. Have you eaten the fruit?
Oh,
Not
I
the
have.
butter.
You've
The
forgotten
butter
that-
is processed
Suddenly
from.
forgotten that I'm a chief apple.
No, how can I forget?
I sit on the
I
skin.
beg you, don't let the Yana come for me.
I sit on the skin, so I know. I
beg
eat
you.
it.
I beg you.
Yeah, when my sadness
I
say,
am not challenging that.
when my sadness say you cannot. I say, ah, give me, bring it. Then I show them something small.
And I'm sure that if I'm able to get some through to Mawina, he will love it.
Sunrise on
It may be a
3FM,
problem
the best
initially.
in the morning.
Yes, initially, but
But he will
once
survive.
he tastes
Once he's
a
wearing a
couple of
blouse,
it,
he will survive. Shea butter.
Oh, okay.
Have you eaten the raw one
No, I
before?
haven't. I haven't.
But you've not used it as pomade on your body.
He's
but
used
have you
a lot.
eaten it? Shea butter,
No, I don't.
put in food, used to
Maybe
cook
it's been
soup.
put in food somewhere and I've eaten and I didn't know.
You should fry your yam with shea butter.
Okay.
You
So
will
for those
love
of
it.
you who want to try it, you can't do straight up what Johnny is talking about, eating it raw.
You'll be shocked
when you
to the
cook
marrow.
your beans, when you cook your beans, those of you who like beans, when you cook the beans,
You
just
scoop a little.
pick a slice of it,
Yeah.
dip it in the beans.
Yeah.
If you like, just the beans with the water.
Right.
Don't add anything.
Right.
Just a bit of shea butter, dip into the beans, add a bit of pepper and
Right.
and salt
Mhm.
in it. And if you like, you can sprinkle curry on it. If you like, just eat it like that. You will call into this show and give a different testimony of your life. Yes.
But we are not talking about shea butter that is processed.
no,
We're
not
talking
the
about
one that
the
they
raw
will,
shea butter.
the social media entrepreneurs
no, we
and
don't
slave
want that
queens will
one.
tell
Korea,
you what they
Korea.
have done, this one, they
JJ.
have done this one. No. We are talking about shea butter.
Yeah. We don't want
not that one.
we want JJ version.
So if I may not know cocoa and cocoa farming, but I think that the conversation has been legitimately so focusing on the interest of the farmer. And that will also bring up the interest of people in the share industry. But since this is about cocoa, let's focus on cocoa. It certainly is not. I think some time ago in this country, the history book tells us that cocoa farmers were some of the, or amongst the richest people in our land. A cocoa farmer could sponsor a whole political rally or activity or election. A cocoa farmer could put up a school block for his community. A cocoa farmer could finance scholarships for young, what is it that you people say? Needy, but brilliant but needy students.
Yeah.
I don't like that thing. Brilliant students.
Who are also needy.
Cocoa farmers contributed a lot, and that was because the business of cocoa farming had always been held in high esteem in our country. Not just in our country, both within the sub-region and the region at large. And there was a point in time in the region when Ghana was dominating. Now I hear the Ivorians have taken over, and they are beating us to it. So the conversation should go beyond how much the cocoa farmer is earning today. How do we guarantee that the Ghanaian cocoa farmer is put back on that premium that he was years ago, that made him respected, and that made a lot of young people want to get into cocoa farming? That's a conversation we should be having. So I agree with Mawina when he says that in the interim, of course, this particular cabinet meeting should focus on how to satisfy the farmer. But beyond that, we have to look at a long-term solution. And part of the JDM legacy should be to leave both a financing model and a purchase model that the cocoa farmer will be excited about. So that it doesn't matter who takes over the reins of government. Some things should not change, and some things must always be to the benefit of the people. Look, we have always asked why people like DJ Phil are not interested in farming. Young, vibrant, energetic, they don't want to farm. DJ Phil. Yeah. But he loves DJing, not farming.
Not farming, yeah. Like
yes. That one is not in
like
no doubt.
DJ faculty. Our DJs don't like to
now
farm.
He's drawing plans in his head.
It's anything the pipeline.
There's a reason young people simply don't want to do that, and young people want to sit on social media.
Yeah, but because when we were in primary school, they punished us whenever you committed an offense.
When you came late, they will put you into the school garden.
They will give you a
the punishment for late coming was weeding.
Yes,
farming.
How would I appreciate farming?
So we came out viewing farming and all farming related activities as punishment.
Yeah.
Yes. So I mean, we've been talking about this or having this conversation, and one of the ways we can do this is to let young people like us see how cocoa farmers, for instance.
Are you young?
Oh, I'm very young.
Ah, okay.
How old am I?
I don't know.
I'm just a very young man, active, energetic, with a lot of capacity.
If you insist, that's fine.
I'm very, very young.
Yeah, if you insist.
Very, very young.
Let's take a music.
The other part I was going to add, my wife is listening, there would have been a problem, but it's fine. The point is that I'm young.
Which other part were you going to add?
Yes.
So the cocoa farmer...
It's a journalistic question.
Yes.
So the cocoa farmer has to be prioritized.
No, we understand that point. You have made that point excessively. Which other point were you going to add that your wife was not going to be happy about?
If you say I'm old, how can I? If I say I'm old, my wife will leave me.
How can you be sitting down telling me that you care?
That you care.
lose focus, which is what happened to Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. Dr. Kwame Nkrumah actually arrested some of his own ministers, cabinet ministers, that's it. Akwa Eje was arrested by Kwame Nkrumah.
The people suffer.
Which other president has done that in this country? Which other president? Mention. Which other president who told you that he was in a hurry? Which other president did that? No other president did that.
Where the survive.
Even ministers who we thought and we know did nya,
I tell
as
you
we say, we used to say in secondary school.
everything.
They were all allowed to run free. The president of the day had to come and defend them eventually. Say, they are being vilified, etc., etc.
Look at ways and means.
Dr. Kwame Nkrumah arrested his own ministers and put them in jail. What are you talking to me about?
Yes, the black survivors. Yes, we're the survivors.
Let's say 2 days ago, yesterday, and today. Today you get to work.
You recall 2 days ago, we're having the conversation about local assemblies not acting right. And yes, and we got some important calls. One raised the issue about a structure that is coming up within the Accra Mall area. For those of you who are familiar with the Accra Mall area, from the roundabout, heading towards the motorway or the Spintex links to your left-hand side, just across the road, you see some space there where the taxi and trotro drivers are gradually claiming to be their own, their station.
Station of some sort.
And there's a structure that is coming up there. If you go into, if you are going towards Palace Mall too, well, not Palace Mall, East Legon proper, where the Star Bites, whatever is around ANC corner, you see there's another beautiful flyover there. Beneath that flyover, there's another project coming up.
The one that the minister went to stop.
Yes, exactly. So we've been visiting these two areas, and we've been trying to ask some questions. But first, let's speak with George.
Echo Chestnut Quenin. George, good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning. I'm fine, thank you, guys.
What did you find on your promo, as they say it in P?
Okay, so Patricia, it was the Georgina Opoko ST steel project lead, pardon me, and then somewhere last year, November, she got a permit from the Ayawasu West Municipal Assembly to deal in that recreational center. So it will have like a electric car wash. So you just park your car and then it's washing, then you just go. That's like around 50 cents per if it was supposed to come to fruition. And then she also ordered some electric cars, 14 of them. And so it would also be on display at that very center. So if you want to just do work and purchase, and then you can go for it. And we'll have some bars and everything. So she got a permit from the assembly. So somewhere Sunday, when she started doing the foundation, I think it drew attention. And so the director of security operations at the presidency, Kofi Boakye, ordered her to break it down. And so some few hours later, the regional minister in the also ordered her to break down the next 2 hours, which she did. So that very structure she did on the floor was just to accommodate glass housing. So she will have an office which is it's in a glass form. So she can't just place it on the ground. So she has to just do just a foundation like a block and then put it on. So that was the reason. But according to her, there are forces behind that because she feels these forces also want that very space for whatever they want to use it for. And so even when she was about to just connect electricity and water, these people didn't allow it to tap into the facility. So she has to go extra mile to bring water and then electricity at a cost of 70,000. And then these electric washing machines that she purchased, one goes for 19,000 with the housing another 9,000. So she bought two of that. So clearly, if it's not going to be infusion, it means she'll be losing the investment. And she actually was the NDC candidate for habilitation. She contested Granny Champo on the ticket of the NDC. So she feels if she's not going to be allowed to do that, and nobody else can be allowed to do that. And that's so. I also contested that the assembly has revoked the license, but that is yet to be communicated. So I tried to talk to James. He said he'd get back to me and all that, but he couldn't get back to me. So according to her, because will not take place. If she cannot do this, then no other person should be able to do that. that very space. Johnny.
Now, did you get to speak with this individual who was in charge of this project?
Pardon me, who was that?
The individual who is constructing this, did you get to speak with the individual?
Yeah, that's Georgina Opoku.
I see. Now,
Okay.
now you tell me, do you know if the individual has permit to
Yeah.
go on this construction?
So what she showed me yesterday were evidence that she has permit, and she even had a plan, the recreational center plan. And everything. So it was actually signed by someone at the assembly. And then I remember the MC has also spoken somewhere that it's been given her permit. But I feel because you do more of attention and people criticize and all, that's how they are stressed to the youth. But she has a permit. I saw it. She has a plan. She has even the architectural plan and everything is in place. So on Sunday, some of the workers were arrested to the East Legon police station. So she showed them the permit, and then they were allowed to go. So it's just a dicey situation. So once the government has actually come in for it to stop the work, I think in the next few days we'll see what exactly that place will be used for. Even if it will not be used for anything yet, she feels she has the right to do that because she's gotten a permit. She's a Ghanaian. So these forces who want to also take that space should not be allowed to do that. They should not be allowed to do that. But she actually pleaded on the First Lady to intervene because she
Right.
saw like this very potential property would, provide some sort of employment to the team youth and all that. And so the First Lady should intervene because she's a lady and she's done most investment. So that's what she said yesterday.
Did you get the full name of this individual who is
Yes.
on this project?
Yeah, so that's Georgina Opoku. So she can call her ASO. So
Aso,
she's more
okay.
popularly known as ASO. She was
Okay.
the NDC parliamentary candidate for Abitibi. She contested, what's the name, Brian Champo, which she lost to. This is actually her second time, yeah.
All right. Let's speak now to Georgina Opoku, aka Aso, former parliamentary candidate. Madam, good morning. Thank you for your time.
Good morning, sir.
Why is the regional minister ejecting you from the place?
Actually, it's not the regional minister. What happened was, after the permit, the agreement was not a permanent structure. It's just a temporal something. It's either a container house, a wooden structure, or a glass house. And before you do that, you need a footage. So I just mounted just a
Sunrise
step,
on 3
one
FM,
brick,
the best in the morning.
cover it, and then put the container on as an office to the car park. COP Kofi Boakye blew the news that I'm building a house under a bridge. I wasn't building a house. It's just a footage to the office for the car park. The whole area is full event centers and a lot of congested on that street.
Right.
So by putting all the cars together, assemble it, for people to be able to park so that they will not park by the roadside. That was the main idea. Getting a car park for the audience. And if you've noticed, that area, there is Underbridge event center, and just before the other Underbridge, there's an event center. And that stretch, there are a lot of eatery and bar and game centers over there. And during the weekend, the whole place is congested. So the main thing is to use the space as a car park, but not to build a house.
I see. Now, this institution of and the order come to you as a surprise. For example, did you have a permit from the local assembly to be able to do this that you wanted to achieve?
Hello?
Yes. Did you hear me,
Yes,
please?
sir.
I'm saying that did you have a permit to do
I
the
had
construction
permit
that
since
you...
last year, 18th of November 2025. And before that,
Right.
I
Sunrise on 3
given
FM,
my
the best in the morning.
proposal 3 months before the November. I passed through the correct channel to get the permit. I paid for the permit.
Right.
I connected the water myself. I connected the electricity from the electricity company. I didn't do any illegal thing on that land. Everything what I did was genuine. Everything I did on that land
Right.
was genuine. I have receipts of the 20,000 I paid.
Right.
I have receipt on that. They passed me through an orientation. The only mistake I made was after the permit, I was supposed to report to the highway.
Sunrise on 3 FM, the best in the
Which-
morning.
I didn't do that. But I thought because the highways and the assembly passed me through an orientation for more than 2 hours, showed me the pictures and video of how they want the place to be done. Based on that, I did the drawings and all. The drawings, I have the 3D is signed, approved. So I really don't know what is going on. I really don't know what is going
Do
on.
you suspect some witch hunting going on?
Yes. Yes. Because the driver of Honorable Kofi Boakye told me in the face that Adia mem pen wo ubetimi aye wo wotro.
Sir?
Yes. I have evidence. There were a lot of people there. He came in his car in the morning. He called me. I didn't know whom he was. So he called me and said, "Woni answer no. Now who bet me is ha. Why not answer his line?" Then he dropped the line. So I was invited by the East Legon police station because my boys, the workers, were arrested by the police. I
Right.
went there
Right.
and I provided my permit, and they asked me to leave. Go continue your work because they see my permit and all.
Right.
Then he came back around after 2 hours, confronted me, asking me. The word he used for me that I'm still thinking about it. He said, now who get me here?
Sunrise on 3 FM, the best in the
See.
morning.
George, let me bring you into the conversation. These things that Aso is talking about, are you very conversant with them? Did you witness some?
So this actually happened on Sunday, and then I was not around when it happened. So apparently she said there are 2,000 blocks that she uses all. So when you got all those blocks were not there because this foundation didn't really go into the ground. It was just on the surface of it. So it was easier to clear. So all those evidence of the construction were gone. In that, so it said it's 2 hours, right, to clear it, right?
Yes. And if I'm building, I needed a foundation to build. There was no foundation. There was
Right.
nothing. Just
Right.
a block. Putting the glass for the office. That's all.
I see.
That's all.
So who is behind this? COP Kofi Boakye? Which other names come to mind?
He's the only one I think anxious because they want its legal executives to occupy the place.
I
That's
see.
all.
I see. But so what's your next step?
I'm just looking at the assembly and the president because according to the driver of COP Kofi Boakye, he said, "My boss are president and I will be who the next day." This is the exact word he told me on the phone.
Do you consider that as
one
a
of the
threat?
workers' phone? Yes,
You consider that as a threat?
yes,
I see.
yes.
But you
And
are supposed to be.
Do you know that?
Yeah, tell me.
So last Sunday, when the MCU was invited
The best in the morning.
there, I never had his number. I had only one person's number at the assembly. One assemblyman, I have even forgotten his name.
Right.
The one who signed the documents. Yesterday when he called me, I didn't even know him. I had seen him once. I didn't even have his number. I don't know anybody. I just passed through the right channel to get the permit.
Interesting.
And it took me almost 3 or 4 months to get a permit.
Now, this is your party in power. You have
And
tried to
when
get.
I was
You have tried to get.
connecting the electricity,
Right.
they didn't want me to connect from their poles, so I had to buy 3 poles to get the light.
Wow.
They didn't want me to connect the water, so they connected the line from the motorway for me to get water.
Are you suggesting to me that you have been given a raw deal by your own people?
This is not politics. I don't have my own people. If you tell me my own people, I don't know who my own people are.
Because you
This
don't
is
see
not
them
politics.
anymore, do you?
This is personal something. This is personal.
Personal.
This is personal. And I sent him a message and he blocked mine.
You sent COP Kofi Boakye a message and he blocked you.
Yes. I told him what the driver told me. And he didn't believe it. Then I sent the picture when he was there making call and talking. Then he blocked my line. At least you've seen a structure. This is not a matter of calling the president on this call structure. You should have contacted me. You should have invited me. If you don't know, you call the MC, you call whosoever you know at the assembly.
Right.
Let the person provide.
Sunrise on 3
But
FM.
without that,
Best in the morning.
you just arrested the boys, you came to demolish the place. You don't even know if I have permit. I cannot use my own power to go and build there.
Right.
And I'm not building.
Right.
It's a temporal structure. Temporal structure.
What,
But the
what,
office
what,
of the
what was
governor-
this permit for, particularly?
It's for the car park.
The car park that you want
And
to
I
run.
decided that at least if somebody parks the car or
Right.
person is having an event and come to park, at
Right.
least probably your car is dirty, you can take this opportunity to wash your car. That's why
that's right.
I added the washing bay to it.
Right.
And there is this drainage behind. So it was just, and this is not the manpower washing bay. It's
Right.
this machine, the
Right.
walk-through washing bay.
Right. Interesting. So now, are you going to take any action against the local assembly because they gave you permit? They came, they assessed the place, you paid money, they gave you the authorization to go and operate. Now, this has come from a higher authority to come and demolish whatever it
I
is
don't
that you.
think I have to take any.
Sunrise
If
on 3
it's the
FM.
same
Best
assembly
in the
who
morning.
came to demolish it, then I have problem with them.
Yeah, but the assembly gave you the authorizations coming. So if anybody wanted to take action, it would have
It's
come with
too
a recourse to
early-
the assembly.
It's
Yeah.
too early for me to take this decision. It's too early for me to take this decision. I can't make this decision. It's too early for that. Maybe tensions are high, and by due diligence and people go through it, and we have lawyers on social media, we have
Right.
social media
Right.
judges, and we
Right.
have social
Right.
media whatever. So maybe matters will be calm, and maybe I will be invited by someone who is interested for me to prove my point, and maybe things will go on well. Because when I went there were about 18 mad people, these mental people sleeping there, and a lot of people sleeping under the bridge. But I was able to sleep there at least almost twice a day, and gradually they left.
Also, I want to thank you very much indeed for your time this morning. I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
George, let me wrap up this conversation with you.
So
now where we
let's
are
see how-
is a very critical junction. But
Let's-
what do you
let's see-
see ahead?
Let's see how the day turns out. Like I rightly mentioned, I picked an intel that the permit has been revoked, so that will be officially communicated where in the forthcoming days.
George, thank you very much indeed. That's George
Thank you.
Queening, correspondent right there. And the lady in the middle of the debacle, Aso, right there. Sixtus.
Yes, so there are two more people we need to hear from.
That's
One
COP
on
Kofi
this,
Boakye
y-
and
yes,
the assembly.
and the assembly.
Right.
because we will be asking the Assembly questions of propriety. We'll be asking the Assembly whether they assessed the traffic situation. Was any traffic assessment done, impact assessment done prior to? Because if you have a washing bay there, cars are turning in and turning out. Right. And if you know that stretch that we are describing, you see, if you use you are coming from the tunnel, the East Legon tunnel, going towards the Ajengano side or into East Legon, it's a curvy road. So as you are negotiating the curve, one car is coming out of a washing bay, the other car is going into a washing bay. And if you are coming from the American House side, there's a U-turn right there that you can do to go back. So imagine the congestion that will be caused. The cause may be noble, the idea may be great, but is that the appropriate location for this? She makes the point about how she had to cater for the place, chased out mentally unstable people and all of that. Now, that is good. And it means that if there's something happening there, we'll be able to at least maintain the space. And we can make the same argument for all our under bridges, if I may put it that way. But we have to also look at the other impacts in terms of traffic, in terms of safety, in terms of even the beauty of the place. Will it enhance the beauty or not? The plan that for those who are following us on Facebook, we were showing the project plan. I understand it is called Aso Village. Right. Yes, and it's such a beautiful
Aso
building.
After the individual who struck.
Yes. But is that the appropriate place? Have we considered all the questions? So we'll be looking for the Ayawaso West Wagon Assembly to ask them those questions. And then a member of the Police Council, ACP Kofi Boache, I understand he's on the Police Council. COP, forgive me. Man, can you hear crack? Man, can you hear? This
apologize and retract.
I profusely apologize.
Before
the man was even up for IGP-ship.
Until Alex Mensah, COP Alex Mensah came to my intel suggest.
So, I mean, those are questions we'll be asking. In respect of the Accra Mall space, Johnny, there's a confusion there. So there are two assemblies that we are dealing with. We are dealing with LADMA, and we are also dealing with the Madina Assembly, Lankwantanang Assembly.
That one is LADMA's problem.
So I have spoken with the LADMA people, and they say it is not their space.
Look, I went to do secret recording there with Percy Agbanu, who now is in the UK. When they sent assembly people, they were collecting monies from the people, and they were wearing their reflectors. It's LADMA.
LADMA says it is not their place.
It's LADMA.
You are forcing them to own the place.
Said it is LADMA. There used to be a reverend who was in charge. In fact, there was a woman there who died, right? There was a woman there in charge of the assembly who died. And then that was when, if you remember, 2017, when I won the radio development shows of the year, RTP, there was a Alonte Bar or something like that, right diagonally opposite the gallery. See, there's a gallery on the main La Road towards La Palm Royal Beach, Labadi Hotel, right? Alonte Bar. We went to do a video on that, did a story, and then they blocked it. And then we went to Lekma Road, the Lekma Hospital, and then they started tiring it as well. It took 10 years of my career to do that. And then subsequently, we went further down. So that place is called LADMA. It's not Lekma.
No, not Lekma. LADMA and Lankwantanang. I had this first encounter when we wanted to do Gobe Festival at that space.
So I'm saying to you, Sextus, on good authority, if you like, Nimali used to be there. I'm saying it now. This should come from my head. It is LADMA. It is their failure.
LADMA.
It's not Lekma.
Well,
it's not Lankwantanang.
I have spoken with LADMA. LADMA has disowned the space.
And they are telling you lies.
They say it is not their. Let this cross pass me by.
How is it that Ladma takes money from Accra Mall?
No,
and then
relax. You know the Accra Mall space. That's where the confusion is. You see where we did Gobe Festival.
I am saying to you that
they call it Chocolate City or something.
I am saying to you that Ladma, they take money from Accra Mall. Those people who are selling when you descend from the bridge.
Yes.
All those people there. Ladma comes to take money. Why are they suddenly behaving that they don't know anybody there when the construction is happening?
I think what we have to do is bring
a group of liars
both assemblies into the studio.
And they'll slug it out.
Yes. We'll open the microphone, then they tell us who doesn't own what.
I'm telling you that they are telling lies.
And if
but this
is
is
no man's land.
It is. Then we will also claim it.
Plans na shegu. Wearing my 3FM branded shirts.
3FM branded shirts.
Yeah, the way you have shaded. Looks like you have a problem with that.
It's Fugu Wednesday. I even forgot.
You forgot.
I even forgot it's Fugu
Don't
Wednesday.
worry. Tomorrow we'll wear Fugu.
Yeah, it's Fugu Wednesday.
We will wear Fugu every day.
Yeah.
But we don't just want to tag along. What's on the paper this morning?
A lot. Still looking at the Black Stars and why we've added to the technical team. So now we have about 19 people in the technical team who will be taking charge of the Black Stars.
How many are the teammates?
Well, FIFA doesn't put a limit on the number of technical team members you have, but it shouldn't go beyond 15 people on the bench.
My question I asked is how many people are on the technical on the playing field?
The playing field is just 11, and we have another 8 on the bench.
So put together is what 19.
Yeah,
and we have 19 technical people.
Yeah.
Can I do it now?
Oh, it's all to add to the experience that we already have and what we need to do.
If they don't bring back their cap,
Oh no. Oh John.
Oh no, I'm just asking. I'm just saying.
Johnny, no.
Why? Can't I say?
There's something that I love about President John Dramani Mahama. I mean, prior to the election, he said that propaganda, it is good, but let your propaganda be closer to your realities. Johnny, you and I know where we are sitting. You and I know that winning the World Cup isn't the primary aim of the team now. We have to go and do well. You have 19 people taking charge of the team. Yes, we have 19. And all the 19, the aim is that we have to get out of our group first.
Right.
Then we see whatever happens. But winning the World Cup is too much. It's too much.
So all the 19
we can't
people
set
are
that
taking,
target. We can't set that target.
So the 90 people we are taking to the World Cup, no?
Oh, so we are going to do
Abolo
well.
will not be happy with you.
Oh no, we are going to do well.
Abolo, they say we are
and
going
we'll
to
do a lot of things. We'll showcase our fugu when we are going.
What's your definition of doing well?
Oh, my definition of doing well, like President Akufo-Addo said some time back to the Black Stars when they were going to the Qatar World Cup, go and do well.
But President Akufo-Addo, Otuado did some reshuffling. Akufo-Addo did not do reshuffling.
Go and do well means qualify from your group first. And then you see what happens from the knockout.
See, you are not comfortable.
Oh, see, I'm trying to be John, you are putting me a time. Let me come and do my sport. Let me come and do my sport.
Do your sport. Abolo, you see, this one is not working.
Yeah, but there's this issue that is on the plate now.
Which is?
The National Sports Authority Director General, my very own boss, Jan Pofo. Now, there's a report that the board chairman of the NSA is saying that he's done some undue recruitment. He's recruited 17 people onto the NSA, but these people didn't go through the due processes.
Right.
Now, Yao's defense is that when he came in as the NSA director, there was no board in place.
Right.
So he needed to bring in these people, and all these people contributed to the World Cup qualification because they worked at the NSA to ensure the stadium gets ready and all that. Is it justified to say that? Because another school of thought is saying no, irrespective of a board not being in place, you didn't go through the due processes.
Is it the job of the boss to put in place a board?
No.
Yesterday, I sat here with Jefa Gunu, Ghana Digital.
I know.
Limited.
Yeah.
And he said when he came, he had no HR, he had no head of administration, he had no internal auditor, he has no PR department. He had to come and do it. Did he have a board?
No.
We disadvantage people and we try to give them a bad name. Is it their job to bring in a board?
No, it wasn't his job.
So what are we talking about?
And he said he had to improvise to make the work go.
If he fails, we will complain.
Of course.
This is what my good friend Abolo has been saying. It's common sense. Oh. It's common sense. Common sense is not common to all common people. But Pinodo is dead. May he rest in peace.
Morning, just 3 days to that big game between Asante Kotoko and Accra Heart of Oak. And Asante Kotoko have made changes to their technical team with Yausu and Hamza taking charge. Also, GFA Communications Director Henry Asante Chium says Asante Kotoko must do a retrospection of their structure to ensure they get back to the top. And also, fans of the club have been speaking all ahead of the Super Clash. Start off with Asante Kotoko, who have been in the news for the last 48 hours after the resignation of head coach, that is Karim Zito, following their MTN FA Cup exit against Adriana. Prince Yauzu and Hamza Obeng are set to take charge of the Porcupine Warriors on temporal basis, starting from Sunday's game against Heart of Oak. Now, still on Kotoko forward, Albert Amoah has embraced calls of a potential Black Stars call-up, describing it as a privilege to represent the national team. Amoah, who scored 12 league goals in 25 games last season, has netted 3 times in 5 appearances in the ongoing campaign.
Yeah, I will be happy to be part of the Black Stars. So I think I'm a Ghanaian, so if I will be part of the Black Stars team, I think I'll be very happy. Well, yeah, I'm also a player. I think so far as I'm Ghanaian and I'm playing, I think everyone deserves a chance. So I think if it comes that I should go and play, I'll be ready to take that task.
Albert Samoa, the striker for Asante Kotoko. Communications Director of the Ghana Football Association, Henry Asante Chuma, has urged management of Kotoko to do a retrospection into what they want the club to attain in the short and long term.
May not go down well with people, and it's interesting how this news was received from Friday up until now. It is what it is. That's what leadership is about. But at the end of the day, you know that your and this is application of science. It's not about emotions. You need to look at the current state of affairs. Look at where you were, where you are, and where you want to go. If where you want to go is that in the next 5 years you must be in the semi-final of a CAF Champions League, then you need to start the project. Then you must communicate and start telling the fans that we are on a project. We are on a 5-year project. We expect this project to thrive after 3 years. We want to win the league from 2029, 2020, and 2030. Then the fans will now begin to understand and side with you. And that also means you need to build from scratch. What do you do with your youth teams? Your recruitment must show. Your management, the attitude must show. Then it reflects top to bottom, down to top approach, but not the other way around. So Zito will go, Zito will resign. Super Clash is around the corner. A new man will come in an interim measure. Once he leaves, a new coach comes in. But after 6-7 months, because the problem still exists, it will come back.
Henry Asante Chum there on Asante Kotoko and their woes at the moment. Now, away from that, let's do more, where Henry also has defended the FA's decision to appoint 5 new members to the Black Stars technical team, describing it as a more performed to gain competitive advantage over opponents ahead of the 2026 World Cup. The GFA have appointed Kim Lasbiokegred and Alan Rivera as assistants, Alfonso Martinez as video analyst, and Carlos Romero as a physiotherapist, and Dwayne Piesa as a high performance coach.
May not go down well with people, and it's interesting how this news was received from Friday up until now. It is what it is. That's what leadership is about. But at the end of the day, you know that your aim is to make things better. So the common aim of the FA is to make the Black Stars team very competitive and very resourceful, and then also try as much as possible to make it more efficient. We are going to the World Cup, which is the biggest competition in football, so you always want to put your best foot forward. The men who will get the job done will be those who will steer the affairs of the team at the technical side. You need the technical team to be in sound mind and in good mood, and you also need the right people, the people with the right expertise to do this job.
They're talking about the changes that have been made to the technical team of the Black Stars, and 3 Sports took to the streets to find out from Ghanaians what they make of the new additions.
They have added that coach as assistant coach or something. So to me, you should let the black coach to be the head coach, but rather to be assistant, and later is to consider including the practice. You understand? But the Black Star itself, I'm saying even when they come and add Mourinho, Jurgen Klopp, because they come and help Otuado. Please, what's the name of Otuado is there? You mark my words. You come again and come and interview me and say you said it. There won't be any performance.
For me, those additions are going to have an impact on the team, no problem. Hope that those people that they are bringing, football now is all about technicalities and game plan. If those people have those techniques that they can help the coach, fine.
Like I said, the matches are almost matches here. Me say oh good coach in Yanyan. But is as you call a cap there, just a bit things. This is a technical team able to have one of my it's more of me or ya mechanic in Yachidia and community and can program.
Those were some reactions from fans on the new Black Stars additions that they've made to the technical team. Now, Black Stars goalkeepers trainer Fatal Dauda and 24 others have been selected for the CAF License B program that will be held. Model I of the course will run from 10 days and will combine intensive theoretical instructions with practical on-field section designed to enhance the technical, tactical, and pedagogical competencies of the participants. And this would actually help them to become more experienced in their endeavors. And Fatal Dauda, who is part of these participants, believe this has come at the right time.
Learning doesn't stop, and as a coach, you need to seek for knowledge so that you can make impact on the players. A big thanks to the FA and the CAF for bringing this initiative. Actually, I was supposed to do this the first batch around 2 years ago, but I was with Sudan, so I couldn't make it. So luckily enough, they are doing the second batch, so I have to join and then seek the knowledge. So I think we are in good course. We are in our 6th day. It's 3 models: first model, second model, and the third model. So we are now in the first model, which is, very key for us.
So that is Fatal Dauda. Let's head to Europe, where Tuesday's Premier League action produced goals and drama, with Chelsea and Leeds are sharing a 2-2 draw at Stamford Bridge. Everton also were beaten by Bournemouth by 2-1. Newcastle edged and Tottenham by that same score line. And London, while Manchester United and West Ham United also had to settle for a 1-1 draw. 5 Premier League fixtures would come off tonight, with Aston Villa facing Brighton, and Crystal Palace will take on Burnley, with Manchester City also playing Fulham, and Nottingham Forest will meet Wolverhampton Wanderers in that one. Now, before we go, let's do some athletics, where Zainabu Issa won Ghana's first medal at the 2026 World Para Athletes Grand Prix in Dubai, claiming silver in the women's F5-7 discus with a 29.2 meter throw. The swag best para athlete built on a record-breaking form as she eyes Commonwealth Games qualification, competing alongside Bocho Ngegbe and Hayford Adai. And that brings us to the end of the sports update here on 3FM Sunrise. My name is Mutala Yakub with the Small Sports on all our socials at 3 Sports or GH. Don't go nowhere. The show continues after this.
Fibia, Daniel Hamilton at the brain, I said, Robio.
with a Valentine's staycation for just 2,040 cedis, right? Enjoy an overnight stay in our elegant queen room with breakfast for two from February 13 to February 15. And that's not all, right? Let me walk you through the itinerary. On Friday the 13th of February, it's Kizomba in the City Lounge, chocolate edition, free entry from 7 p.m. with special cocktails created just for the night. Saturday the 14th, Valentine's Day dinner and serenade. Indulge in a romantic buffet, enjoy live band performances and receive complimentary chocolates for couples starting from 6 p.m. Then on Sunday, a lunch buffet with live band from 12:30 p.m. featuring a wide selection of delicious local dishes. Later in the evening, unwind with classics by the pool where guests get to watch classic Ghanaian movies under the stars from 6:30 p.m. Absolutely free with snacks and drinks available for purchase. This Valentine weekend celebrates love, music, food, and unforgettable memories, all in one place. Accra City Hotel is located on the Barnes Road, directly opposite the Octagon. To make reservations, call us 0577 600 444 or 0302 633 863. Accra City Hotel, where love takes the center stage.
She be 5 stars in a no be, they shot her but she like my thing. I never wanna let you
on 3FM Sunrise.
3FM Sunrise.
Of the Arise Ghana team. Mark Ewusi Ako is convener of the Election Watch Ghana, joined us in studio. We know that the conversations within the Ayawaso East electoral area of the constituency has ended. The Honorable Kofi Totobi-Kwachi committee decided that Baba Jamal is not as guilty as people had perceived. So he's been allowed to rerun. What do these gentlemen say? Prince, good morning to you. Thank you to you, Mr. Ako, as well. Good morning.
Good morning.
Great. What do you know that we don't know, Prince Derek Ajay, regarding this exoneration of Mr. or Lawyer Baba Jamal, Ambassador Lawyer Baba Jamal?
Well, good morning to your listeners and viewers. Well, thank you for adding the Arise Ghana bit, because they would have charged you for the T-shirt.
The T-shirt is for 6 to.
Oh, you're still passing the ball. Well, there's another one in the car, so I'll give it to you. So next week there'll be no excuse. Anyway, on the Baba Jamal bit, I think that limiting it to Baba Jamal will be a little unfair, even though we need to narrow it down because of the purposes of the discussion. Because one, we're talking about an issue that's very critical. Vote buying is a criminal offense, and by the statutes of Ghana it is. Unfortunately, you cannot act on things that are unconstitutional. And I think that the committee that was set up, that's the Totobi-Kwachi committee, had to deal with an issue that was alien to the NDC constitution, and that is where the matter ended.
Right.
It ended there because, I mean, at the end of the day, there should be basis. And so if there was no basis for that, of course, I mean, people will read politics into that. Already I've started hearing people say that because the deadline for submission of names is, I mean, like almost here.
That's right.
There would not be enough time.
So they don't have time, literally.
And so the NDC would have been in a catch-22 position where they would not have a candidate. Or at best, they could field an independent candidate, or the NPP will have a field day. So politically, it makes sense in terms of the calculation, and I'm not saying that's the reason, but I mean, you give any political party some level of, maneuverability, and so if prudence is that they should resort to that, they have done that. I disagree with the argument that, and that's why I don't want to make it a Baba Jamal issue. I disagree with the fact that if there's a criminal offense occasioned, that offense should be dealt with to the letter. And I thought that the NDC had a very good opportunity to reset a parliamentary, system and our electioneering, and monetization of our election going forward, using this as, perhaps an opportunity. I would want to commend the president for the step he took swiftly, and I think that should send a signal to all his appointees that he really means business when he says that he will not shield anyone. He didn't shield Baba.
Sorry.
But I'm thinking that going forward, obviously Baba is going to win the seat, and so he would not need to go back to Nigeria. Having said that, I think that it would be unfair to limit it to Baba, because there are issues, and already the biggest one that comes, to mind is the issue that is before the OSP, because the OSP is also going into it. The
Right.
OSP is not limited by the NDC's constitution.
Right.
But then could look at all the criminal, or the, what do you call it, the, what's the right word? Okay, the laws of Ghana, and indicate that this, that is an offense. But the OSP has been petitioned. This one, nobody has petitioned the OSP to my
Right.
knowledge.
Right.
They just jumped into it. But the OSP has been petitioned very recently by one of our co-panelists, Solomon Nkansa.
Right.
About
Owusu.
Solomon Nkansa is my former communications.
I know, right?
boss. So sometimes anytime I want to mention my good friend's name, Nkansa comes. Now, he's petitioned the OSP with regard to over 300 pickup vehicles that Dr. Bawumia
Said to have donated to the MPP.
No, he claims. It's not that somebody alleged. It's even in their book. I mean, they have a book that indicates that he even gave 300 plus, pickups. And the argument that some MPP people are putting up is that, he was using it to energize the party, energize the base. But what was Baba Jamal doing? Or what do our politicians across the divide, those in parliament and those who are aspiring to be, do when it comes to elections? They claim to be energizing the base. But really, we know they are buying the votes.
The minority in parliament, and the majority in parliament, not the minority, had wanted the election results annulled.
Yes.
That didn't happen.
No, it did not.
X in their faces.
No, not X in their faces. I mean, the constitution is the constitution. I mean, you cannot go outside of your constitution to manufacture. Just the same way, I cannot criminalize you for something that's an offense at the time of, that so-called offense. Yes. So it is not X in their faces. But I think that morally, we all know what should have been done. And it would have affected a lot of people in parliament across the divide. I mean, most of them have gone into elections. Most of them have. And that's why I like to use 1B against 1B. Bawumia against Baba. Now, Bawumia gave 300 plus very luxurious, have you seen those big, that's serious, luxurious, what do you call it, 4x4 pickups. How many televisions, 32-inch, not 60 something or 70 something.
TV.
No. 32 inches like
TV. Every TV be TV.
Every wrong. My mobile phone does not compare to your iPhone.
Corey's TV is 32-inch. TV is TV.
No, but Charlie, this one is like Nokia versus iPhone.
But TV,
Ericsson versus
but or Siemens, whichever one, or Alcatel.
Okay.
But TV is TV.
Okay, so any TV, any day versus any pickup, brand new pickup, any day.
Right.
Several of those TVs will go into one pickup.
Right.
So the magnitude of the offense, if it is an offense, like the MPP are saying, then they should go ahead.
Are you
and
justifying this?
No, I'm not just. I'm saying that
because the man didn't deny that he distributed television.
He actually said that he didn't know about it.
No,
it was a
the
surprise.
first instance he said that what is wrong with giving people TVs.
No, he said that.
And then subsequently after the event, he's getting to say that, well, before he appeared before the committee, he said, I didn't give any TVs.
But I think the chronology of things must be set right. This matter. And I'm saying that they have one on their desk. This one, they weren't petitioned though. They've been petitioned. And they are refusing to act on that one, the Bawumia one. Baba is good, Bawumia is good. Baba is bad, Bawumia is bad. And let's see where the acts will fall. And then we take it to the parliament.
I see. Ms. Ako, Baba Jamal is exonerated.
A very good morning to you and to my big brother.
Right.
Prince. I think we need to face the issues just as they are. I'm fine. I'm seeing that Prince is trying to, defend it
I'm not defending.
in a way. The fact is that if you read the representative of the people's law, section 33, it clearly states that a person commits the offense of bribery, and A, if that person directly or acting through another person, all right, gives money or obtain an office for a vote in order to induce people or refrain them from voting. Let me end it just here because we can go further to expand it more. But I'm ending it here because the NDC's report yesterday, if you take a careful look at it, says that one, they are time bound because if they want to, deal with this issue, the NPP may have, a good day to carry the seat, and so they were binded by time, and also they're looking at the legal issues and implications that may come up. However, the 5 contestants admitted that they acted inappropriately. It tells you that something went on, and the report of the committee of the NDC have indicted them because they have agreed. If they have agreed, then let's go back to the section 33 of the Representative of People's Law, that if one gives out money or any gift to acquire an office, it amounts to bribery. So from here, where then do we go? Must it be the OSP? No, it's the Ghana Police Service.
Do you think that the OSP in waiting, because just about a week ago we had the MPP primaries, the OSP didn't issue a statement to suggest that they were investigating anybody.
I mean, the OSP
even though there were mentions of people who had received monies and voters inducements, etc. And then suddenly, after the NDC by-election primary, the OSP now issues a statement and lumps the two together. Do you think the OSP was doing the work of God?
I think this is the reason why I have added my voice to the call suspending Kise Jabin. That gentleman at the USP.
He has protection of tenure, doesn't he? 7 years.
Oh, so I mean, many people hold offices that has protection of tenure. All right.
Right.
But if your works become so incompetent and you violate the existing laws that governs your office, is it because your office has a tenure of office which will allow you to be there? No. It is not so. So, for instance, there have been series of these briberies and allegations that have gone on during elections. In 2020, he was there in office. The recent elections of the NPP, where we had Brenda Champon giving us 700 Ghana cedis.
2020? You mean 2024?
2024, not 2020.
Oh, 2024, sorry.
Yes.
2024. 2024.
2024, not
2024, he was in office. And he heard of all these things. Why didn't he, set up any investigation about that? The recent NPP presidential elections, Brenda Champon was given 700 cedis. Bamia was given 500. Well, allegedly. But you see, sometimes the NDC initiated this investigation based on the evidences they saw from the media. I don't take some of these information lightly when they come from media houses, especially like Media General. Because Media General journalists will not go to sit somewhere, stand somewhere and shoot, misinformed, documents or information to us. These are real information, and it is for that reason the NDC decided to, conduct an investigation into this. And so, if they have breached Section 33 of the Representation of the People's Act, what must be done? The law must take its course. But when it comes to the NDC, I understand their position.
Right.
It is political. And so they have to look at how best they can guard themselves well in order to win that seat. But in reality, Baba Jamal and the other aspirants have violated the law. Unfortunately, it's as if they are hanging Baba Jamal, as if he is the only one who, have been involved in this. The OSP invited Baba Jamal. Why didn't he invite the others?
You mean Baumia?
No, I mean Baba Jamal. OSP, Hajia and Co.
And all the others.
You should have invited all of them.
Okay.
Because these are allegations
that's correct.
that involves these people. Why do you invite only Baba Jamal? Is he the only one who drinks, tea from the cup, or others drink from calabash?
Now you are attacking me.
So I think the OSP should do its work very well. But I remember President Mahama talking about the office of the OSP, that it should not be scrapped. Instead, if the individuals who are occupying those positions are not doing their job very well, yes, we can look at, taking them out and bringing people who can do the job. Because that office is established to take care of corruption and corruption-related activities involving high-profile persons of political connections.
Right.
And so, yes, it is good, but nobody has written any, petition to you.
Right.
So why do you investigate this case and leave the others? Which didn't happen a month ago. It was just a week.
Just a week apart.
Are you trying to be selective in your investigations? So, I mean, I don't get it.
Okay. Prince, I know that you also bereaved the Lakpa Wolom.
Yeah.
He's going to be with Alon. I digress a bit, but just to grant.
Very, very important.
Also an indigenous of La from Kwe, so this is important to me.
Yeah.
What are the rights looking like?
Yeah. Just a quick throw in. So he ponders right whilst we do our bilateral.
No.
Bilateral.
So you want to respond quickly to
I
him?
just want to give him food for thought. Professor Nyaku, you know him?
Professor Nyaku?
Yes, you know him.
Yes.
Is he a friend?
No.
But he's an MP.
He's an MP.
He's still in Parliament.
And you see, that particular case, I personally
The
wrote
one
to
who
the
gave
OS.
breakfast to the election.
Not just breakfast. He gave an envelope,
No, he
white
said
envelope.
He wanted them to use it for breakfast.
So was it food?
Well, breakfast is food, is not.
Oh no. What he handed was it food?
No,
it
he
was
said-
an envelope.
He said,
Perceived.
he said I don't have food to give you, but
So-
I have money that you can use
Exactly.
to
So
buy
he gave money.
So silver and gold have
I none? But breakfast I have. Bread and butter I do have.
So you see, he handed over that to an electoral officer.
So
Yeah, but-
we petitioned the OSP
Yes.
and the IGP.
And what happened? Nothing.
I think nothing happened.
Exactly.
So why would the OSP go into this matter?
Exactly.
You see, that is where I have a challenge.
You wrote a petition to the
Yes,
OSP
yes.
So
about Dr. Kinsley
I tell you.
MP.
Yes.
and he's
For
still in
giving
Parliament.
breakfast
Yes,
to the people,
yes.
I mean, money
Yes,
for
breakfast
breakfast.
and money.
And nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
OSP.
I'm telling you,
You
nothing
wrote.
happened. I wrote, and nothing happened. I copied the Ghana Police IGP's office, and nothing happened. What we heard was that they've been invited. What is the outcome of that report?
What does that
Nobody
make you
knows.
think of the OSP?
In fact, the OSP is being selective in his duties, and I don't think it is nice to do that. That is not the best to do. If you really want to work in the interest of the state, you take every matter serious as possible as a test. You don't pick and choose.
Right.
You understand?
I really wished that Solo was in the studio today because he also wrote to the OSP over the Bawumia pickups.
Yeah,
And
I remember
so
that.
far,
He sat in your chair
nothing.
and said that.
Yes, nothing has happened. So you have two of your guests who have written to the OSP and nothing has been done.
And they are
Meanwhile,
not
nobody
the only,
has written to him.
and they are not
busybody.
the only ones. So I have a long list of people who have written.
So Kisia Jaben has to address the press, or he should get Sami Dako to tell us where they've reached with the Kislinyaku matter, the Bawumia matter, pickups,
Matter, Brian
and then
Champon
Brian
issue.
Champon, and then Baba Jama in that
Yeah.
order, in the
Yeah.
order in which
The
happened.
petitions
so
are
Kingsley
right.
first, then
Dr.
Bawumia
Bawumia,
pickup second, Brian
Brian
Champon,
Champon.
then we can talk about TVs.
Baba Jama. Yeah.
Before you even, drop on this, I also submitted a petition to the same OSP
Regarding?
about a bribery allegation that happened at, I think, the 30th or 31st October IPAC meeting that was held at Alisa.
Yes, I remember
I
that
personally,
meeting.
I personally was handed over 3,000 Ghana cedis.
Hey,
Yes.
did you take it?
For what?
Okay, so we had a lot of issues with the register.
Yes.
And some were saying we should annul the register,
on 3FM.
get
The
another
best
one
in
and
the
all that.
morning.
That meeting was specifically to discuss whether the register was fit for purpose.
Right.
And one Jerry Apeu gave out monies.
You were given 3,000.
I'm telling
Did
you.
you take it?
I took it.
You chop?
No. I took it straight to the OSP's office.
You
To
took the money
investigate.
to the
I am
OSP.
telling you, to investigate
But
this
you,
matter.
do you have a problem with money?
I don't have problem with money. I can chop money, but you see, you say, you understand? There
But somebody give you free money, you know, chopper.
This is not free money.
So
it is money that is expected to influence my decision.
It's an exhibit.
So I use it as an exhibit. Thank you. But when we close from the show and they give me money, I'll take it, by the way.
You put 3,000 in an envelope and give to Corey.
And it is.
We will show you how to spend money.
You understand?
So you took it to the OSP.
I took it to the OSP.
And nothing happened.
We finished the elections, and I think in 2025, somewhere June, July, we were invited.
After this was prior to 2024 elections.
Yes.
And then when you submitted the thing, it took until July 2025 for you to be called.
Yes.
And what were you told?
So we're asked to bring evidence of what we think contributes to.
But the 3,000 is not evidence enough.
They claimed that perhaps the 3,000 was not an evidence. So they were asking me to bring the invitation letter that invited political parties to the program. Now, there was a platform for IPAC.
Right.
And as smart as these guys are,
we
went back on the platform to check if I could get that invitation letter.
Right. They deleted it.
It is not there anymore. But it is not there. And you see, there were CCTV footage, all right? Cameras around, and there were areas where the said gentleman entered and was giving out the money. Of course, in washrooms there are no cameras, but outside the washroom, around the pool area, there are cameras, and they could show you people walking into the washroom to take their monies.
Right.
When you delay,
in the washroom.
I'm telling you, when you delay,
he shared their money in the toilet.
Yes, when you delay investigations like this, okay, it becomes so difficult to get there.
What happened to your 3,000? Is it still with the
It is still with them. I'm thinking of maybe going to collect it. Yes, it is becoming difficult that we.
It reminds me of a similar petition.
You
know, I did a petition against Sofa Akufu.
Yes.
For stealing a land.
Yes,
for paying 7,000 and being the chief justice. The what do you call it? The president never acted on it. And
at the time.
Yes, that's Akufo-Addo.
President
for 2 years.
For
2 years. And we kept asking the Council of State, because it was supposed to have been sent to them, asking for 2 years. Had press conferences, demonstrations. They never responded. And then when Sofa Akufu went on retirement on her 70th birthday, that's when Samuel Okudzeto, the lawyer, who was the chairman of the petitions committee of the Council of State, wrote to me saying that the matter is moot after 2 years. So this country, honestly, we have a long way to go. We have a long way to go.
So, Ms. Ako, you gave the 3,000 to us, just like that. Do you know what we can do with 3,000?
You can get a few votes.
It is important that sometimes we.
You are not serious. You have 3,000.
So nothing can justify what I'm saying.
No. I'm sure an unemployed youth is listening to us. 3,000 now. Come my ways. You put in the same envelope.
No, I changed the envelope.
You changed the envelope.
Okay, so the money wasn't given to me in an envelope.
Okay.
So I had to get an envelope.
So you bought an envelope. So it's more than 3,000 cedis. Because the envelope costs you money.
Yes, 20%, 1 CD or so. And you see, I have serial numbers of the money.
You took pictures of the money.
Not just pictures. I took the serial numbers of the money.
If the man finds the money in circulation one day,
he will know that this is my money. Yes, I stopped my money.
Yeah. Are you a bad man? Hey, Charlie, this one. So you do all.
On 3FM.
Yes.
And that is why you see, when it comes to issues of vote buying and inducement, it is something that is eating us up. The NDC, when you meet them on platforms, will tell you that it is a bad thing.
Right.
The MPP, when you meet them, they tell you it's a bad thing.
Right.
Where is the political will that will stop this?
Yeah.
I think the time is now. If you look at the amount of money that goes into politics and the way we have monetized our democracy, it's very bad.
That's what gives birth to corruption and galamsey and the involvement of politicians and galamsey and all that, because they need to recoup the monies that they've spent.
Yes.
And a lot of money is spent in these elections, so it's not surprising that a lot of these things happen. And I thought that the Speaker of Parliament said something good, that if anyone in Parliament is caught either engaged in corruption or galamsey, he will not shield.
Yeah.
To date, that's the Frimpong Boateng report. There are people in Parliament who are in that report. What is happening? I think that
some of them came fighting and then subsequently came to apologize. But then, does it exonerate anybody?
And I think it's about time. The media must, and of course, Mr. Corruption Watch, I really have a lot of respect for you after this 3,000.
3,000, Charlie.
It may not be the end of the world. 3,000 may not be very much, but at least it speaks to character. And I think that I really have a lot of respect for you.
Man had 3,000 CDs, took serial numbers, took photographs, bought an envelope, I put it in. I went to dash it to
Drove
Kiseja
to the
Bay.
OSP and then gave
Was it
out.
new notes or?
They were not new.
No, they couldn't have been new.
So my interest was to investigate to find out who actually gave out the money to Jerry. Because my perception was that if an IPAC meeting had been organized, and it's organized by Madam Jane Mensah with the deputies, and so who gave out that money? Because you handed that office.
You said what date was that?
It was.
Was it before 2020 elections?
Oh no, before 2024 elections.
Because
the first IPAC meeting that was televised.
No, because if I remember, Solomon Owusu has another issue with the EC regarding being bribed for the 2020 elections through the husband using a land that belonged to the Ghana Tourism Authority, and he showed documents 19th April 2020. The land was given to the husband. That was before the elections, and so the woman may have, as a result of that, in his opinion, been churning out the plenty, revised results based on the appreciation that she got from that, I don't know what to call it, donation or whatever else it is. So I think that the OSP should really do a comprehensive, job at particularly the EC chair, allegations against her, because at the end of the day, it's not just about parliamentarians and people who are running for office.
This is published on 3 News.
Right.
Sorry.
Anyway,
this is published on 3 News.
Yes, OSP petition to probe alleged bribery during recently held IPAC meeting.
Yeah.
This was after you gave your 3,000
Yes.
cedis. Ebo, welcome.
My brother.
So this man had 3,000 CDs at a certain IPAC meeting. It was not in an envelope. Then he put the money in an envelope and took it to OSP. Took serial numbers. Said OSP should investigate. Basically, they have not investigated. The money is still with them. He doesn't know how to use 3,000 CDs.
So yours has not been investigated.
It has not been investigated.
But ours to.
And we're just talking about you, the pickup.
Yeah, the pickup.
Baumia pickups.
Yes.
Yeah.
Over 300.
Over 300.
And think about it.
The cost of that.
Sarkozy, former president
Of France.
is in jail.
Push your mic towards you. Yes.
Sarkozy has been jailed
Nicolas
5 years.
Sarkozy.
Yes. Former president of France. Why?
Who married this primary school teacher?
Yes.
Yeah.
So no, that was Macron.
That's Macron.
Macron married her. But the Sarkozy is.
Sorry.
Sarkozy has been jailed 5 years. Do you know why? Because he took money from Libya to finance his campaign.
I see.
He took money from Libya to finance his campaign. And because of that,
He's been jailed.
he's been jailed 5 years. Former president of France.
Oh, we can't do that here.
And we have a vice president who has come out openly, publicly, to say that this is what I did. I procured, or I bought, or I donated over 300 pickups to a political party.
He's published it in a book, and he said 300 plus, which means that he couldn't even count.
Yes.
There could be 400. it could be
Yes.
500.
Let's even pretend that we didn't share expired rice to distress people from the office of the vice president.
So
let's pretend we did.
So are we serious as a people?
You should tell me. You have lived longer than I have.
We are not serious.
We are not serious.
We are not serious. If we were to be a very serious country, someone like Dr. Baumia wouldn't have been working out easily like that.
Do you have something against him?
I've just told you about 300 pickups. By this time, you should be answering questions. Two.
He's afraid of.
Yeah, two. You just mentioned. Maybe you didn't. No, you didn't mention it. How many containers of rice was seized? It was not about 20 containers.
The businessman's rice.
Yeah.
That was shared for Ramadan.
Yes.
Oh, but why are you bringing that? We are going to do Ramadan very soon.
No, but you see, it is important. It is important we bring it up. The reason being that.
No, but you can't bring it up just when we are going to
let's
do
pretend
Ramadan.
No, it doesn't matter.
No, you don't. You are not permitted to do that.
And a young man who did that, he did that with Dr. Baumia's letterhead.
Yes.
The young man is not a Muslim. Listen to this. You need to understand the issues well. The young man works at the office of the vice president. He
Former
uses
vice president.
former vice president at the time, vice president. He uses his letterhead to get somebody's rice, somebody Ghanaian. If for a reason the person was not able to clear the goods, why don't you support him if you can? If you won't support him, you go and seize the rice. You go and get the rice with the letterhead. The young man is not a Muslim, but the rice were shared to Muslims. And the vice president is a Muslim. Just add the pieces together. Add 1 + 1, we get 2. And after that, the young man was not sacked. Was not even questioned. He still stayed at the office till MPP was kicked out of office.
But are you surprised? Another man from his office took the prison's service headquarters as his property from Baumia's office.
So it's like once you occupy a certain position, then Akufo-Addo should be answering questions.
What questions should he be answering?
97 million dollars wasted. Look at the burdens look at the quality of burdens that were brought down for that hole.
Yes.
And he's free. He's a free man.
But it's the house of God.
House of God where?
You see, you see, this democracy that is supposed to help us is destroying this country.
Oh, come on.
Oh yes. The only thing we can be proud of is that we've had smooth elections or smooth transitions. Apart from that, look at do you think this would have happened in any country that is not practicing democracy?
Do you have something against the house of God being constructed?
House of God?
Yes.
You see, if God did not allow,
we brought a stone from Israel.
Israel.
Do you know Israel? Do you know Israel?
Yes, I know Israel.
Do you know the value of the stones in Israel?
Yes.
Foundational stones.
My brother Johnny. But the point is that the God that I serve, if God did not allow David to build him a cathedral or a temple, I tell you that God will not allow the Akufo-Addo.
But if Nana Addo's father couldn't build it, even though he muted the idea, his son built it. David and Solomon.
No.
Your Bible
the kind of people God will allow to build him a temple. Nana Addo is not one of them.
You are about-headed like Nana Addo. Why are you speaking against your
No, but by being Nana Addo's record, I mean God that I serve, the living God, maybe some different God. Nana Addo building God temple, then God will come and. In any case, God doesn't dwell in temples that are built with human hands. God, the temple in the Bible.
Did you not see the Christian council pastors there praying for?
Did you also not see some of the committee members leaving the committee?
Let me finish my question. Did you not see the Christian council there?
That's why I have a problem with them. That they want a temple to be built by God by Nana Akufo-Addo. Or built to God by Nana Akufo-Addo. And they went. Hey, these people, they are not serious. That's why. No,
but you cannot say that.
They are not serious. But how can you go to president and say, Mr. President, continue this? Nana Akufo-Addo started it. God in His own wisdom thwarted this because it doesn't make sense to Him.
You say God stopped
thwarted the work. God will allow Akufo-Addo to build him a temple.
The people who were there, Dr. Dag Hayward Mills, Joyce Aye.
They left. That's why they left.
They left?
Yeah.
That's why they left. Because this was a personal promise he made to God.
To his
deciding
God.
To his God. Deciding to build
is his God different from our God?
Maybe I've told you the God that I serve, the living God, the triune God, will not allow Akufo-Addo
to. Maybe he had his own God.
I'm in trouble. It's 3 minutes
after
after
his own God, but use our taxpayers' money to go and build that. If you know you
to build what?
Promise to give to
build what? To create a hole.
But you know that the presidents don't pay tax.
They don't pay tax.
Yes, presidents don't pay tax, and then you pay tax, and he takes the tax to go and build for his God.
He was looking for a national monument for you. I want you, Prince Derek, I want you to imagine for a second that you go to the National Cathedral, fully constructed. You have unleavened bread, you have wine from Canaan, and then you have
dinosaurs,
and you have a dessert of dates. And date palm and the rest. Can you imagine yourself?
I can imagine the Garden of Eden with dinosaurs from the Jurassic Park era.
Yeah. That's going to be beautiful, isn't it? Not going to be beautiful.
No, it's not. You're going to see Firestone.
It's terrible.
Honestly,
It's terrible.
I think
It's
that
terrible.
nothing compares to
It's
what they
terrible.
have. They've set a record, but somebody must pay for it. And I think ultimate responsibility is the one who made that promise and the one who used our taxes. That is first, Nana Akufo-Addo. Second, his finance minister Ken Ofori-Atta, who's running. And third,
he will come back after ICE.
You're promising me that. I'll give you another t-shirt. I told you. Bring Ken back. Yeah. No, but you've never been playing our song,
don't worry, the DJ is not here.
Yeah, the songs are nice. They bring Ken back.
Now I have to
beautiful
make,
songs.
We have to make some small money.
But that one too. I'll pay.
Yeah, you have to pay.
Okay. 3,000.
The best in the morning.
For her time departing from this earthly plane actually also indicated to us how it's important to chauffeur spirits into the silent harbor of life. Lumoya Mofio is going to be with the Lord. The La Manche is going to be with the Lord. For those of you who don't know, I am an indigenous of La. I come from Queen. Prince Derek Ajay. Ulomoete.
Yeah, in the moment.
Yes. Hey, there are big vacancies to be filled.
Yeah. So basically, the Jassech's responsibility was to find a new La Manche.
Right.
When the La Manche died,
Right.
unfortunately, he's also gone, and so we have to find his replacement. To find a replacement for the La Manche.
Right.
And then now the Wulomo 2 is gone, and ordinarily, in fact, for those who don't understand Ga custom,
right.
We are very spiritual people, and we had our leaders as the spiritual leaders as the Wulomo. And when it came to chieftaincy, the modern chieftaincy era and Ghana as a nation state, it became necessary for us to dichotomize chieftaincy, or the symbol of our stool. That's in the one who is the occupant. That's the La Manche.
Right.
So he gave his spiritual side to somebody from the same stock. That's the Kwe, where he and I come from.
Yeah, Kwe.
That's the stool.
That's the royal gate.
That's the royal, yes. Royalty starts and ends with Kwe. And there's a rotational system anyway. But so somebody from Kwe, a daughter of the stool, was given to the Leshi, which also came out of Kwe.
Yeah.
And they were supposed to handle the Lakma. Bulomo, that's the spiritual essence of La.
Right.
So that was half of the Manche, is the Wulomo. So he's supposed to take care of his every need. He instills one, he can bury one and so on. Now that is gone, and we don't know whether we can have one like next week.
Right.
That's the Lamanche. It means that we should be able to bury this one and work out the issues that unfortunately are plaguing us with some court issues and all around the Lamanche. So we can have a new one, and then a new Wulomo can be installed.
So when is Numo Yamofio being buried?
Okay, so here's the lineup of activities. Today he'll be brought from the custody.
Oh, today?
Yes.
Okay.
We have what we call fire.
Right.
They have to go for
by the riverside.
Yeah, water, and there's this water from Jubilee which is always flowing, never ending. It's a stream that flows like from the beginning of time.
Right.
So that is what is used to bath our royals. They'll go for that, and then the body will be brought in the night, and then the processes will start, and then let me even take us to when he died. I think it's only fair that people know when he died. He died on 18th December. That's Thursday, 18th December.
Right.
And the week will be today. That's Thursday, 12th February 2026 at the forecourt of the Royal Palace.
Right.
Then, yes.
Today is Wednesday.
So he'll be brought in today, and then tomorrow the wake will be kept. And then on Friday, the 13th of February 2026, that's when the funeral rites will happen, and then the interment will happen at the La Royal Cemetery to crown it all. But again, unfortunately, the role that he's played in Ghana's, advancement in terms of the democracy that we've enjoyed, people don't recall. But you remember the Hands of Our Hotels demonstration? He led it.
That's right. I remember that the gang of 4 hotels that Dr. Brian Champon wanted to buy.
Yes.
He prayed before we moved.
Yes, and
But
went all the way
He
to the
prayed
end.
before we moved.
Yeah, and he went throughout that. He's led a number of such.
Actually, so we wanted to sell those hotels here.
Sorry?
We wanted to sell those hotels here.
Yes.
But the hotels are doing fine now.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're doing fine now.
Hey,
And the new administration is
They wanted to sell Tor.
Yes.
And Tor is doing fine.
The strategy is run it down and buy.
Yeah.
NIB they
so
wanted to do it to NIB too.
Sister Momo is not happy with the commentary that you guys are running.
You know Sister Momo? Samadada.
Okay,
so carry on.
So the Lamanche is Samadada, but that the Jasiche is Samadada. Then the new one is going. And the song that you just heard says, Sister Momo Amaje me.
Yeah. Sister Hele.
Sister Hele.
No,
That's a new
death who's
going to where the old ones are. She go and tell the old ones that they should
you should send something home.
They should send 3,000 weeks.
Without the serial numbers.
Without serial numbers.
But after that, I will tell you something.
So,
and if I don't laugh at me,
I would.
So I think that he's dealt with many politicians across the divide. When Baumia was going for his elections, he went to him, he prayed for him. When Mama was going, the same thing. He stood on platforms with both political sides. He has his political biases, but at least he's shown that he's not indifferent of the fact that the truth must be. Of course, everybody is fallible. He has his bad sides, and I'm not one who sings tributes of people because they are dead, and if they have wrongs, I will not say so. He has his own faults, but that is not the issue for today. I think that those who he has mingled with whilst alive must see his departure as being one worthy. And I'd single out Sami Ablakwa. Sami Ablakwa. In fact, last year on his 50th birthday, Sami and Namumo and others supported his 50th birthday at the Labadi Beach Hotel, which was one of the hotels he helped save. I could remember the workers dancing and happy, in that celebration. And he gave them credit for saving their jobs and all that. Sami Ablakwa and others must be seen today, not tomorrow after he's been buried. They must be seen to be solidarizing with the man who lit the fire, for which reason they have the offices that they have today. Likewise, Baumia is also flag bearer. He went to pray. He will not have another prayer in his second attempt.
But his people were not happy that he went to the Muslim, where they go, shrine.
No, it's not a shrine.
And I say it's not a shrine. I know. But his people were not happy that
But he's done things for churches too.
Dr. Timothy Baumia.
Yes. No, but I'm saying that across the divide, let us, those who have stolen our lands, especially, we should all be seen at the funeral. So at least have a proper meeting.
No,
Yes.
no. You can't say that. Those who have stolen your land, which lands were
They've
stolen?
their land. Take the lands back.
Which lands
No,
were
the
stolen?
president has promised to take the lands back. I'm saying that those who have enjoyed, those who have enjoyed our lands, they should show up.
Say people have stolen your land.
No, when you take something that's not yours, what is it?
I don't know, but you are the one claiming that people have stolen your land.
Oh, so that's stealing. Are you saying that the rice were stolen?
I don't know.
Please, let's move on.
So on that note, I think that we should.
So today and tomorrow,
yes,
that's when
and then,
the full
Friday
game is happening.
is the climax.
The member of parliament for that area, Ladade Kutopong,
Rita Na Odolesowa,
Odolesowa,
who's also a royal from Kwe.
Yes, and that's my grandmother's name, Odole.
Well, that's my first. Okay, it's the first daughter's name.
Yes.
In our area, I mean, in
Odole.
Kwe.
Yes.
It's either Odole or Jama. So you have Odole, Odoko, Odokai,
right.
then Odocho, and so on.
Did
My
you
mother has four girls.
did you know that my grandfather is Odoe Sykes?
Yes, I have heard about that.
Yes,
I'm yet to investigate to see the rest of your ancestry.
No, that's that's why I'm saying when I talk about Ghanaians,
Yes.
they say I'm tribalistic. I don't care.
No, but in
Langoni,
those who have seen what do you call it, the overpass, the one that's called Sankara, it used to have a name.
Yes, Sankara Circle.
No, before Sankara, it had a name.
Yes.
Do you know what it was?
Tell us.
Oh, there was a man who was very close to Nkrumah, who was a guy. He's one of the big six.
Right.
Akweje. Good. Do you know where it comes from?
Ako.
Ajay.
We don't say
It's
Ajay.
La.
Ajay.
Yes. He's one of the principal reasons why La gave a lot of its lands for national development. He was close to Nkrumah and he was from La. And he was close to the chief, Ni Ajay Onano.
That's what my Fanti brothers have corrupted to be Ako. They have corrupted it. Yeah. But we are one.
So our history must be told very well. And the role that Ni Ajay Onano, the fifth, played in getting Ghana a lot of the developmental, like today you have an airport, you have what do you call it, the University of Ghana, you have the
Trade Fair Center, you have Bema Camp.
If those lands had not been given, what would we have? You understand? And so if people call for such persons to be honored, and that's one of the things that yesterday we were discussing on Good Evening Ghana for the Churches program, you know, whether the airport should be named after him. We don't mind if it's Accra, but at least something should be named after him. So if it's not the airport, then it should be the University of Ghana at least, because when he gave that line, it became so controversial that you
But
get so
do you
much.
remember that we wanted to change the name of the University of Ghana to JB Dankwa?
No, it won't happen.
Oh, it will happen.
It will happen. A name change will happen, but it will be Ni Ajay Onano the fifth, because
Dr.
we are seeding the
JB
airport.
Dankwa University of Intellectuals.
No, you see, Prempeh, the first airport is a good one because it goes to heritage and the story behind the Prempeh. Same way we should have.
We have
So
to go.
how were we able to resolve this issue of Tatakwasi coming from Accra or Eastern region or something?
No,
it's Accra.
It's Accra. Somebody wanted to.
All our good men are
we don't want that. We don't want that. Now we
do you
are
know-
weak.
Yeah. Do you know what?
Yeah, sorry.
My first daughter is called Lamle.
Okay.
Ghana heritage.
My mom was Lamle.
I see.
Ah.
Now Lamle.
Yes, now Lamle.
I wanna be with you.
So,
now
but
Lamle.
unfortunately, she was the only person who could speak Ghana in the house, and she didn't teach us. So I don't know any Ghana. I can't
But
speak.
you
I
lived
can't.
in
I can't
Accra.
speak a sentence.
But you eat. I know you eat kenke.
Of
Six
course, I
Twos
eat
can
kenke.
attest to that.
Yeah, that's a
I
sin.
eat
That's a
kenke.
sin.
Yeah. So my daughter goes to school,
And you're speaking to the policy. Look, Charlie, because the B123 policy must be strictly adhered to. Yeah, a typical example. You see, government policy is that the mother tongue should be taught. The mother tongue in Accra, if that policy was being done properly, you will not be telling us this today, because then you will be speaking as a natural consequence.
yeah.
of
So
being
my
in
daughter
Accra.
goes to school because of her name.
People start
from Accra begin to speak
Ghana with her.
and it's just completely lost.
Which is unfortunate. And must be cured. So you must support the effort to have the language policy.
Oh no,
in Ghana
it's very important.
enforced.
It's very important. I'm struggling with my kids even in Cape Coast speaking fancy.
Right.
It's a bit of a problem.
Yes.
So
Wow.
I'm telling you, even in Cape Coast.
Yeah, Fancy.
Yeah, Mamma Fancy. Say, you can't. And you can't broken Fancy there. And you can't a flown hey. What's in then?
I'm fine, Daddy.
I'm fine. And I want that. How are you doing? Bisi bisa mdo otinden. I'm so mkada muyi. Yeah, so I'm connected to. I think a family house Osu there. My grandmother was partly my grandfather. I mean, so we are into half. But in kind of you see, secondary school, Mukwana in Karafungotin.
Right.
I couldn't speak. I went to
It's
university.
like
my roommate,
to learn.
Osa Thompson.
Right.
Typical guy.
Right.
I couldn't.
Osa is also from our corner.
Yeah, and so I've given up.
Don't give up. Never give up.
We have moved this a rung higher, one rung higher on the corruption perception index. John Mahama has been in power for like 1 year, 2 months, if you will. Is this something to celebrate? Let me start with you, Bo.
I will say yes and I will say no.
Tell me why.
Yes, because it's an improvement. No, because we could have done better. I believe that, as I said, our democracy is rather breeding corruption.
Okay.
Honestly.
Explain.
Yeah, and our democracy allows all manner of corruption to go on in this country. I mean,
right.
We just witnessed 2 elections.
Right.
Presidential election, primary and parliamentary primary. And we saw what happened. All these things happened because in the name of democracy.
Right.
And so I think we need to do more if we really want to sanitize our system and ensure that we direct our resources to where they are supposed to be. Our resources are meant for development. They are not meant for chop, like the way we are seeing it all over the place. I mean, just imagine a political party having a system that allows over 211,000 people voted in the MPP's election. 211,000 people. And if, per information we have available, each delegate was given 700 Ghana cedis, for example, by Bernard Champon. If you do calculation, if you can help me, it will help the discussion.
They were expecting 200,000 delegates?
Yes, and 211,000 voted.
I wanted to use the round figures for easy calculation. So 200,000.
Yeah.
And then 700
700 per
so
person.
14.
That's 104 million.
Yeah.
And if you deduct 3,000 from it, how much will you get?
That's your 3,000.
You see, so that is the D-Day.
I'm sure. No, I think it was supposed to be 7,000 though. and so 3,000.
I think it's and that is the D-Day expenditure.
Yes,
right.
Yes.
So there was some prior to that.
Prior to that, when they went round and all that. So you can imagine if someone will have to spend this amount of money just to become a flag bearer. And mind you, Dr. Baume paid more than Brian.
Yeah.
We don't know that for a
No, but if he's able to get
because the delegates themselves have said it. Now, if this is the situation, and the person will have to pay this much, the next stage will be the general elections.
Right.
How much is the person going to spend to become president? If he becomes president, how is he going to pay the money? Because he doesn't create money. He doesn't have money making machine. So how is he going to pay back? It's not going to come from our taxes.
Yeah, that's corruption.
It's not going to come from Galamsey, destruction of our environment.
Yes.
So that's why I'm saying that even our democracy, we have not managed it well.
That's true.
If you want to fight corruption, we should manage our democracy well. Let's touch the constitution. The only way.
What does the government need to do to change the perception of Ghanaians regarding corruption, particularly about the government?
No, you see, corruption should be punished.
We should punish people for
Yes.
engaging in corruption.
Yes, corruption should be made expensive. Cheap goods, cheap product is affordable.
Right.
Cheap products are affordable. Once they become expensive, people find it difficult to to buy.
Right.
That's how we should make corruption. Corruption is so cheap in Ghana. It's
People
so
walk
affordable.
away
Yes,
committing
yes,
crimes.
they steal with ease because the system doesn't punish. We don't have what we have is not deterrent enough, so people get emboldened. When they are stealing, there's no sense of fear that once I'm caught, this is going to happen to me.
Consequence.
Yes. So once they have that free mind, that our system is so corrupt that I can steal enough to even bribe the judge.
Right.
To bribe the prosecutor, then they can go scot-free. But if it becomes a system where you steal a CD and you go to jail for it, people begin to think. That is why some of us think that the Constitution, those who worked on the Constitution,
right,
should be able to help us, because we are still in the process, right?
That's right.
We should be able to help us to use the Constitution to make corruption so expensive, such that even those who are managing the Constitution will find it difficult to manipulate it to suit one person or the other. So we have a long way to go in terms of corruption. And I'm saying it begins, Professor Wu taught us public administration. He said, when the fish is getting rotten, it starts from the head, right?
That's right.
Yes. So what it means is that if the leaders, because whoever emerges from a political party is potential president.
That's right.
So the person is corrupt already. Before the person ascends to the throne, he's corrupt already. So what do you expect from such a person? You're going to have corruption all over the place. That is why in the previous administration, for example, corruption was like indifference game. Everywhere dance. You go everywhere. Every institution. It became the norm. Because the party itself, if they are going for Congress, will tax their CEOs and the ministers to make contribution to the Congress.
That's right.
Where are they going to get the money to make the contribution?
They will take.
They have to take it from our coffers. And so the whole system is corrupt. We need proper sanitization. The president should, one of the legacies the president will leave behind is how he fought corruption successfully.
Okay.
And Ora is dragging 8 feet. Ora is crawling. We want to see Ora galloping like a horse. That's how we can succeed. I mean, if we are told we have so many cases, and if you have so many cases, you can't use tortoise approach.
What is tortoise approach?
Tortoise approach. You know how tortoise run and walk?
Majestically.
Yes, majestically. We need galloping. Horse. We need to be very serious.
Run like a hare.
Yeah. By this time, people should be in jail. You see, and the people are talking so much about Attorney General. Let's put pressure on him, but let's also talk about the judiciary itself, the judges, who sometimes allow one case to run for 7 years, for 6 years.
The wheels of justice.
That one, almost that dying.
If I come accusing you,
why is it that
and I don't have the ample evidence?
Yeah, why is that somebody will steal cassava, somebody's plantain, a goat or chicken? The person goes to court within 3 weeks. The person is
But the person is caught with the cassava.
Caught with the cassava.
Yeah.
So the same way when
pen
people are
theft
caught,
is different.
What?
Pen theft is different.
Pen theft is different. I'll accept it. That pen theft is different because the pen theft cuts across. Cassava is stolen by one person for himself, maybe for his family, but pen theft it cuts across.
If you go to the farmer, you catch him as a macho. He knows that I'm holding your cassava macho.
But the person will be given like 7 years, 10 years because of cassava.
You say that's not fair.
That's not fair. But those who steal the future of this country, they don't see cassava. They steal the future of this country. They are made to go scot-free because the system has a net. Ironically, the net catches small fishes.
Because they don't chop alone. Do they chop alone?
And allows the big fishes or the big fish to pass through the net. Can you imagine? That's the irony of our situation.
Mezako, so now, should the government be jubilating about this new ranking within the corruption perception index? Should they be happy? Or should they rethink and sit up?
Well, I think they should be happy. And Ghanaians should also be happy. If many of us are of the opinion that corruption have eaten us, corruption is reasons why we are where we are. We are unable to see the needed development that we ought to see. And the reason I'm saying that we should be happy is that if you look at the fundamental things His Excellency has put in on grounds, if you look at the code of conduct, the oral and submission of
knowledge what's what?
No. You need to submit your. He said appointees should submit their
asset declaration.
Asset declaration.
Right.
Okay. And I think the law, which is this gentleman from Asasi Radio.
Gabi?
No.
No, not Erastus. There is one of the editors.
Yes,
so
he's one of the
at GH1 Joy FM.
He has sent a request demanding some individuals who are appointees of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama who have not submitted their
Manasseh?
No, it's not Manasseh. There's an Asasi Radio journalist. He used to be at Joy, then moved to Star FM, EIB, then subsequently Asasi. I'll find his name.
So I think these are all positive signs that's contributing to our fight against corruption. But you see, I have read in bits the report that has come. And what we are talking about is perception. You see, it is perception. So I'm asking that why don't we go into looking at the real corruption itself rather than perception? Because perception could be stereotyped. The perception that we have is that in Ghana and in Africa, many of us
looking for is Wilberforce Asari.
Wilberforce Asari. Wilberforce. A lot of us and many of us would agree that when we talk about corruption, Ghanaians in Africa, we are corrupt. But the realities of it may not be as our thinking may be. And that is why I'm citing this typical example of what President John Mahama has done. In 13 months of his administration, we've seen no corruption allegation. It means that next year,
maybe we have not looked so hard.
Well, the way the opposition's eyes are open widely, and trying to manufacture corruption and corruption-related activities on the current government. You know what happened at Gold Board?
Yes.
Trying to manufacture corruption on Gold Board. They are all indications that the opposition is so wild and wide open to target those corrupt officials and bring them up. Last week we discussed Ofosun Ganza.
Yeah.
Today he's been picked up.
Yeah.
And these same MPP guys are out there. Release him. How do we fight corruption?
Yeah.
When people involved in corruption and corruption-related activities are arrested, and we cry, let's release them. So for me, I think that whatever report has come out, we must look into it and find out the methodology perhaps they used in arriving at where they are.
Right.
Because for me, I think that the government have done well when it comes to this 1 year and 13 months of his administration. Because the report captured 2025, isn't it? So if it's captured 2025 and we've not recorded any corruption incidents in this administration, then we need to question the paper.
You say 1 month, one scandal used to be the order of the day. Is that what you're saying?
Well,
it was more than one.
More than.
It wasn't 1-1.
No, pardon. What did you say?
No, I mean, we had
sometimes daily, sometimes a day you can get like 2.
So we could have,
weekly.
During our primary school days, we had a book of Bible stories. We could have had a book of daily scandals.
Yeah.
Could we have had that?
Weekly. Let's make it weekly. Let's be fair.
Let's
be fair and make it weekly.
Book of weekly scandals.
Yes.
I think we should publish that book.
So I think that in measuring perceptions and corruption, we shouldn't just be looking at the public sector. Let us look
on 3FM.
The private sector as well.
Right.
Now, in the report, it also claimed that there are some. It says that state institutions, the belief in state institutions are coming down because of the removal of the CJ.
Right.
And that there are many petitions that supposed or ought to remove the electoral commissions, and because of that, they think that.
But the
CJ
had a day before a committee.
I want to go there.
And then you had members of the committee coming public to speak, etc.
I want to come there. And so because of this, they think that government has influence in these states. But you see, I highly disagree with them. That's why I'm saying that whatever report that comes out needs to be thoroughly looked at. What methodology did they use? What survey did they use? What questioning and samples did they use? That to tell me that the removal of the CJ is contributing to the fact that the executive have some hands in it. Did you ever see any member of the executive writing or petitioning that the CJ should be removed? She was given an opportunity to meet a committee. She went to the ECOWAS court, and what happened? Currently, as we speak, we have the officers at EC sitting down doing their work, and today they're going to hold an IPAC meeting. But a petition have been.
Will you be there at the IPAC meeting?
I'm thinking about it.
There'll be another 3,000.
I'll give you 3,000 to give to them.
You know, my 3,000 is a case. It's a case with the OSC.
No,
with the IPAC meeting, they are discussing today's
3,000.
Ayawaso, elections. Man, other colleagues of mine.
But who gave you the 3,000?
Jerry Appeal.
Of which party?
No, Jerry from LPG.
Ah.
Yes.
So
And the purpose was that we should, vote against.
That's Apalu's party.
Apalu's party.
Someha.
Yes.
But Apalu was being funded to fund.
Oh yes.
Apalu was being funded to change.
I don't.
In fact, that day it was on the day because of that peanut. Okay, because that peanut that went into the pockets of these parties. You realize that some.
But that's a serious allegation you are making.
Oh, why? They are captured on tapes. Didn't you hear what Okeadonko said?
You mean before she died?
Before she died. At that meeting. The late Okeadonko. Didn't you hear what she said? Because of something small that were given to them.
But that day, how much did you have in your pocket before the 3,000 came?
In fact, that day I had about, I think, 400 cedis.
So OSP.
Your wife is listening. Your wife is listening to the
exhibit. Your 3,000 exhibit.
Not to send the money to OSP. But I told them, look, I need to also.
You failed your wife.
You give your wife away on this national.
I gave her away.
On national radio. Before Valentine's Day, you chop it.
They will deal with you. When you get home, your wife has to deal with you.
Yes.
But we need more of you in this country.
I pray she's not listening to
I will send the link to her myself. Prince Derek, let's wrap up this.
So let me conclude on this. I think that in moving forward, we need to interrogate some of these reports that comes, because I see some positive gains. Of course, there is more to do. That, we need to also open access to information and all that. And these are things that contribute to whether or not perceptions about corruption in Ghana is moving forward or is moving back.
Prince Derek, let's get into this conversation. Ebo has spoken about the government needing to do more. He said, well, the government should be happy, but there's more work to be done. What do you say?
Well, I think we have made progress, however small. There's still progress. But we could have made a lot more progress if some key things had been seen. And oral, for example, like you said, is the overarching, issue. If oral was seen to be moving at the pace at which people thought it would, regardless of the fact that the judicial system is supposed to process these people, Ghanaians were hoping that it would be a cut and dry thing. Within a week or two, some people are entering jail, even forgetting that the president would not have even been able to set up a cabinet by that time.
Right.
That we didn't have a chief justice who would have allowed that to happen. And we all know the kind of chief justice we had at the time.
Right.
So those who think the inertia of a chief justice was not important, see the new chief justice. He's institutionalizing new courts, specialized courts to deal with corruption and galamsey. I'm looking forward to
internet fraud, etc.
So I'm
cross-border
these
crimes.
are the kinds of things that would make us improve in the next perception index. But it's not just establishment of these. The workings of it is important. For example, and I am very saddened that the NDC chose to go the route they went with Baba Jamal, for example, because if they had gone the way I think they should have,
which way?
Which would have been the radical and the obvious commonsensical thing to do,
like
and
what?
even forego having a member of parliament in this constituency, even foregoing for the sake of ensuring that NDC stands true not to its principles of probity and accountability. That would not have allowed Bawumia to get off the hook on the 300 plus pickups.
So you are not happy that the NDC, the Honorable Kofi Totobekwachi committee says that Baba Jamal is guiltless and he must be allowed to run. You are not happy about that?
I'm not happy with the outcome. I'm saying that they worked within the constitutional remit. They are a political party.
Right.
And they were using their constitution.
Right.
And so within the framework of the constitution that they were using, they were perfectly in order.
Right.
But I would have hoped that it was being dealt with within the context of the national constitution and the criminal code and so on, and therefore that indeed, but it's not a court, it's not a criminal, what do you call it, body, and so they could not, go beyond that. If they had, then we could have now gone ahead and dealt with Bawumia on the 300 pickups. But nothing stops the OSP, the police, or anybody. In fact, the media must run a campaign like we ran for Galamsey being an essential threat to us. This Bawumia is an essential threat to the democracy of this country, given the fact that he bought his party structure so that at the top, because he's bought them with the pickups and stuff already, that they are able to fix the match for him.
Right.
Match fixing is vote buying. That doesn't have to get to the delegates. In any case, they may have done the delegates one, but this is a top up, and we are seeing the manifestation of.
What do you have against people providing free breakfast for people?
Free breakfast.
Yes. What do you have against that?
It's against the law. Section 33.
But if I see my brother hungry and I provide food for him, is it wrong? Is it wrong?
If it's connected to the elections,
I'm not sharing it at the polling station. I'm sharing it. I'm not sharing it at the polling station. I'm sharing it away from the polling station.
Okay. So now I'm looking again beyond. No, I'm saying that
breakfast.
Beyond the specialized courts, the public tribunals are coming, so that Attorney General and the CJ's office are doing some very good work, which results would come in the near future. I think that if 3 people had been standing prosecution,
right?
3, just 3, and I name them. If Akufo-Addo was standing prosecution, the mother serpent of corruption was standing prosecution, this index would have really been up like tenfold.
Right.
If Ken Ofori-Atta had been brought in and was standing prosecution, we would have been the #1 country. So going forward, let us try and all help bring Ken back so that he will face corruption, so our index will grow.
Can you not wait for ICE to finish their work?
No. ICE block a day for fridge. Ghanaians, they are irate. So we need to get Ken back today.
But if Ken comes back, what would they change?
There's a 3-year gap for us to prosecute Akufo-Addo. One is gone. Another is going. Before another few months.
But why do you want to prosecute President Akufo-Addo?
He's a mother serpent of corruption. Aren't we talking about corruption? Who is the #1 man as far as the OSP institution is concerned?
That is Martin Amidu's perception of him.
No, the OSP institution, headed at the time by Martin Amidu, said so. The OSP institution still exists. So that is, unless Kisi Abin has said that he is not a mother serpent. Since he's not spoken to that issue, it means it still remains. And I'm saying that the mother serpent, we have limited time. 3 years, 1 is gone, half is going. We'll soon have no time to listen. So if ICE gives Ken Ofori-Atta there for another year, means Akufo-Addo works free.
Yeah, but the point is that Ken Ofori-Atta did a lot of good work for this country.
Mustafa Hamid disagrees. He says that the mother serpent dashed him houses. He says he dashed every appointee houses and land and so on. The mother serpent must face corruption, charges. Now, his daughters are also in the soup. So family and accomplices must be drawn in. As soon as people start seeing...
that he was not going to run a family and friends government.
The promises he made, apart from that which he made to his God, the rest he didn't keep.
Oh, God, he didn't keep God's one.
No, he tried.
Ebo behave. Ebo behave. Which one did he not keep?
I did not keep, because he gave God a time frame. He gave God time.
But
time
has been singing Papa
Yes, he gave God time. Look at God who is not controlled by time. Akufo-Addo gave him time and said, within this time, I will build you a cathedral. So can you imagine?
Now, the other institutions.
The song of the Pharisees.
Yeah, the other institutions, you see the institutional corruption perception, which also weighs heavily on the overall perception index figures that we get. So the institutions that are deemed to be most corrupt, the judiciary, and we know for good reason, a lot of the judges are corrupt. We saw the number 12 tape. Even that one caught Bawumia, Akufo-Addo.
That was a long time ago.
No, but
when Anas Anas did that.
But it caught them.
Some of the judges got exonerated.
Said Bawumia had a large family which he needed to take care of, and so was very happy to collect bribes when he bring financial institutions into the country and want to set up.
Are you running down Dr. Bawumia?
No, I'm not. I'm just giving a rundown of the things that we all know. A rehash. Now, so I'm doing like a montage of a quick.
You're giving Ebo bullets.
Then we come to the police. We know they once they are in the past. Now they've upgraded. So I'm sorry, the great high tech movement and are all happening. Then the military is the worst right now, and I'll tell you why.
The military,
yes, the military has acted as Bonkebu. Yaklecho.
Right.
They've stolen the land there with guns. They are building, and now they put a sign there that they are going to build 10,000 houses.
Keep off.
Plecho. Yes.
Yes, keep off. I've seen
really
that sign.
land that was never acquired. And you see, I think that Dominic Ayeni as Attorney General must speak to this issue because he, as Deputy Attorney General under Marietta Brew Appiah, did give an advice to then President Mahama that land should not be procured for the military because government could not pay the compensation that would have been required. The value of that land is what was an issue. Why would you put the fighting force on prime land that you cannot pay for? And then they use the audacity of guns to chase journalists. In fact, they beat up some of your colleague journalists.
Yeah, I remember that.
Okain from City FM.
Yes.
I Latin lady.
Yes.
They beat up a lot of my people. 3 of whom died. Then the Defense Minister, Nitiwu, was the one who paid for the funeral of one of them, not the Defense Ministry, but personal. The military wrote a press release signed by Agri that they were going to investigate. Yes. Up to now, yes or nothing. And so I laugh when Media General said that the military was going to do something about the one who was beaten recently. It's not going to happen. All right, people have died. Nothing.
Okay.
The Media Commission was not interested, etc., etc. And the land, and I think that President Mahama can improve his index, okay, as Commander-in-Chief. The things he inherited, the rot he inherited from Akufo-Addo should not be continued. Those buildings, there must be an investigation into the buildings.
You're doing all these advocacy and it doesn't...
No, but I'm saying it in your studio. The media, the president is listening. Listen, President. He has asked.
Has he been listening to you?
Yes, he's done a lot.
You spoke about the hotels.
Week,
you spoke about
a week ago.
Chadu. You spoke about chain homes.
He has
you spoke about
the
statue of Major Maxwell Mahama. You've spoken about.
Those were used
they don't listen to you.
No, I'm saying those were used to steal the land, including the illegal military cemetery was used in stealing the land by the military. He said that he's going to retrieve those lands, and it's on record. He's even indicated the kind of funny amounts that people are paying for these things, and that is the basis. So the president is listening, and I'm saying that as Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces, beyond being president, he must institute an inquiry into, just like he does very speedily when things like this come up. Like my friend, Kofi, the NEIP guy has been picked up. When this guy made an allegation, the airport guy, the one who said the cargo planes and the ambulance, he gave him orders. He should give me the same resources for us to investigate the military regarding our lands, all our lands, not necessarily our lands. They are stealing land everywhere. They are using the guns that we pay for with our taxes, and they are acting just like land guards. They are lawless.
Okay.
And so that kind of corruption perception index will not go up until this is done. And I'm saying to you that there are other institutions, and because we are running out of time, I can see
we have run out of time.
But
actually,
we can do better if we all agree to help Ghana to become a better place, and we must all rally behind the oral thing. Those who are occupying these buildings, when you go and see anything coming up, right, find out who it is. Let the information be out. But the media, please, I beg you, take your cameras to this cantonment. It's a civil aviation place. Go and film it. The must.
So you get Jasiche.
One plot. They've given only one plot.
Then you get Wulomo. Then we'll
aviation.
come and talk to you. Get Jasiche, get
stop
Lamanche,
that. Stop that.
then
Stop
get
that.
Wulomo.
Stop
Then we'll
that.
come and talk
Stop
to
that.
you. Ebo Bachman, thank you for your time. Mr. Agbo, thank you for your time.
Out of 100
No,
acres.
but do you know? I don't know anything.
They stole it all. 100 acres. How can you
know?
100 acres and leave one plot per?
And Sixtus and I don't have one plot, 70 by 100 in those places. Meanwhile, we are supposed to be indigents. Do you know Sixtus is connected to La?
His former girlfriend. Yes.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Gentlemen, thank you very much. Valentine's Day is coming, and there's a conversation that we must have. DJ Phil, do us the honors. The Director of Technical Services, the Ghana AIDS Commission. We'll talk about Valentine and HIV/AIDS and matters arising. Lookback has the appropriate song for us. Condom here, the edit. Wait till they take condom do. Wait till they use them for me to work a few. Doc, good morning. Thank you for your time.
Good morning, sir.
How are you, sir?
Yes, I'm alive and doing well.
Do people use condoms these days?
That is the challenge.
What challenge?
People are not using the condoms.
Why?
I don't know. I can't really understand.
After all the education that
After all the education over the years, but we had. You must admit that it's come down a little.
Right.
But it's pathetic.
People don't use condoms.
People don't use condom.
Why?
I can't really understand. There are several reasons that they are attributing to that. Why they don't want to use the condom.
For example, what have they been telling you?
They say it is, you can't eat a toffee with
the wrapper on it.
It reduces its
the
sensitivity
intensity
and
and
the
sensitivity.
intensity, the enjoyment, the pleasure that comes with that.
So
And
people
so
literally
many
don't value their lives beyond the ecstasy that they may be deriving from having unprotected sex. Even people they don't know and they
really
don't
understand. Probably they don't really understand the core of the reason why condoms are very essential. In fact, globally, condoms are good. It is almost the only protection that is guaranteed for two conditions, pregnancy and STIs, including HIV.
Right.
You can have some methods, some protections for different categories.
Right.
But when you use condom correctly and consistently, all STIs, in fact, most of the STIs are prevented.
Do females use their female condoms?
They don't.
Why?
It's also a mystery.
Oh.
Some of the times you wonder, because it's easier for them to wear, and it's not. I mean, you can wear it sometime before the act.
Right.
So you have the laxity. It's not, before you even go
in the morning is on
you can insert it.
92.7.
There's a certain level of complication with it. Would you say there's a certain level of complication with, say, the female condom? Reason why? Because I've met females
who say, Charlie,
they don't even know what it looks
difficult.
like. Some don't even have an idea that female condoms exist. Actually,
Doc, but how has the education gone down?
The demographic health survey.
Right. Ghana demographic health
yes,
survey.
the recent one that was released
Right.
puts it at the knowledge about the female condoms among the females was about 79%, but the actual usage was about half of it, 40%.
Really?
Those who
Is it
claim they
because
I even think the
is-
40% is high. To be very
Is it
those who
because
have
Doc?
ever used it?
Doc,
yeah.
is it because of what it feels like when people attempt to use it? I mean, Valentine's Day is coming. It's what, on Friday, Saturday.
The entire weekend, pretty much.
Entire weekend, pretty much, and people will be engaging in all sorts, but they won't. They may not be using condoms, and that's where the conversation is. Is it because of the quality, the intensity,
Over the
sensitivity?
years, the quality is being improved every time. We have ultra thin condoms. We have flavored condoms.
Right.
They have studded condoms.
Right.
We even have those that have vibrators
Hey.
Oh, really?
attached to the end so that it's able to stimulate
Electronic condom.
the
AI
clitoris
condoms.
that
Yeah.
to ensure that pleasure that we so desire or think is absent is
Right.
achieved.
Right.
But unfortunately, people are still not using it. People complain sometimes about the tightness, especially the men. When they wear it, they think it's so tight.
It's too
and
tight
you feel some restriction or something. But that little, in quotes, maybe discomfort
can
that I should
prevent
use,
a lot.
it does not match the kind of benefits you get from using it. In fact, that is why some organizations and everything have established the International Condoms Day.
When is that?
That is 13th of February every year.
So it's a day before.
Two days away from now.
Yeah.
We
Yes.
have International Condoms Day, but we
International
don't
Condoms
know
Day.
about it in Ghana, do we?
For the first time, as Ghanaians, we're going to celebrate that with the
And what do we
global
want to
community.
achieve with that?
We want to increase the awareness about condoms and its benefits and the essence of condoms.
But there's also the conversation about the shortage of condoms, especially in the run-up to Valentine's Day. That has come to your attention, yes?
We hear some of that, but I must say that the condoms in the country is not only, excuse me to say, programs condoms or free condoms.
Right.
We have a variety. It's a total market approach that we use in distributing and ensuring that condoms are available. We have the social marketing ones, we have the commercial ones, and all that. So when
Sunrise
people
on 3
really talk
FM.
about shortage sometimes, they refer to
The free
social
ones,
marketing
GSM,
and then the free ones that
F.
are provided by the government and the health institutions
Right.
and Ghana AIDS Commission and all
Right.
that. But invariably, condoms are available. And I don't think it's so, the cost is so
It's not so
high.
expensive. I think less than 10 cities, you get a pack.
And
less
some
than
are
10
even
cedis.
free.
Some
and we
say
are even
some,
giving 3 for 5, 5p.
Yeah.
some say, look, I'm too big. This is too small for me to
No.
fit on.
Look, globally, it was reported in 2024 that over 117 million new HIV infections
Right.
were averted, estimated as being averted by the use
Of condoms.
between the year 1990 and 2019 by the USAID. You understand? Apart from it preventing other STIs.
STIs, right.
Not only that, it also prevents pregnancy. The number of pregnancies that condoms avert is uncountable. So the condoms are very essential. So come 13 February,
We'll celebrate.
we will celebrate international.
Where would we be holding that event?
We will have a short event at the premises of the Ghana AIDS Commission, our
Okay.
conference
Right,
center.
right.
Meanwhile, we will have a few people going around within the enclave of our organization
Right.
to distribute condoms.
Free condoms.
Free condoms.
Okay.
And
Corey,
then
good one.
and then we also will have some HIV test, free HIV self-test kits.
Are people confident enough to go for HIV tests? Like people like Corey, like Jerome. I'm not sure that they would walk into a facility and say, I want to go and check if I have HIV. Or
People don't do that, especially the men. They
why,
don't.
why don't they do
I
that?
don't know why. But the ladies, we are able to capture them somehow because
Of pregnancy.
Of pregnancy.
Right,
so
so
at
pre-
least we know about 1.2 million women get
My hospital,
tested.
that's the airport women's hospital. My wife, anytime she wants to give, they say, we'll
Yes,
go and check
yes.
for.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we need to up our game. And I'm taking this platform to tell everyone, please, let's go do check our HIV status.
Don't want to cause
Apart
fear and
from-
panic.
No, it's not about fear and panic.
But what is it about?
When you go and check your
Sunrise
HIV,
on
your
3
malaria
FM,
test, is it
the
about fear and
best in the
panic?
morning.
No, HIV is different though. Doc, let me come back to this conversation. There are people who say, Charlie, the feeling is different if you are not using what they call on the streets rubber. And they say the feeling is different. Is there any truism to that?
Probably. Probably. You see, but as I was saying, sometimes I believe that when you are using the rubber,
Sunrise on 3 FM, the best in the
time
morning.
frame
Right.
for reading climax
Right.
might have been
Delayed
prolonged
or prolonged,
or
right.
delayed.
Right.
Right?
Right.
But as far as you reach climax, I believe everybody
Is happy.
is
Yeah.
happy. You reach climax. So it's about a little delay. And surprisingly, even some
Delay is not denial.
You want to turn it into a sermon.
some ladies even prefer the delay. Right? They prefer the delay.
Right.
So it is neither here nor there when it comes to that. And I also think that when you think about the benefits, the cost benefits of using the condom as to compared to the little delay or feeling that is kind of suppressed a little, it's better to use the condom. It's better to use the condom.
Doc, just one from me about some persons or some ladies being resistant to latex. It's been used often as an excuse. So as a guy, perhaps you're getting ready, you put on a condom, and then the lady says, "Oh, I'm resistant to latex, and so I don't use condoms." Is there? I mean, has that come to your attention for
Yes,
starters?
yes.
And what is there a way around it? It's just a curious question. Some say they're actually resistant to latex because it gives them some infection,
Reactions
or
and
a
all
reaction or something.
Irritation.
People have various types of allergies and,
Right.
and this thing to several different products. But by and large, latex does not present a lot of allergy.
Right.
It's tolerable to most people.
Which
But
is the
as
which
you
is the
said-
best to use? Water-based, oil-based.
No, it's water-based lubricants.
Right.
Is,
Are
is
best.
the best to use.
Right.
Because the oil-based can even cause heat and then even compromise the quality.
Place can catch fire.
Now, does the government support you well enough? Sorry about that. Does the government support you well enough to deliver on your mandate, trying to save the population from harm?
It's doing its best, and their promises of making it better,
Right.
which sends strong good signals to us. So there's more to be done, but we see an increase in government commitments to and financial support
Right.
to the response, and we glad we're seeing that, and we can see that we will get more, and hopefully we'll be able to do more.
Doc, I want to thank you. If you have a final message to give out to our cherished listeners who are listening to us, 2 days from now, 13th February, we shall have the World celebration right here in Ghana. But 14th and then the 15th and 16th, we'll be chilling out. Valentine's Day. What are your closing thoughts to us?
Thank you so much. It's good to have fun. It's good to show love. But in all we do, we should love responsibly, and we should be safe and ensure that we protect ourselves and curb HIV infection and other STIs in the country. We should love responsibly, and one of the best ways to do that is when you are getting into intimate relationships, to use condoms to protect yourself and other protective devices.
People are shy buying condoms. They go to the pharmacy and they are not too sure they want to buy. Say, "Oh dear, madam, oh dear, save you." People are shy. Should we still be shy buying condoms?
Never. But it's one of the ingrained culture and understanding that anybody who you see holding condoms, it's
a
bad
sinner.
or promiscuous and all that. But we have to move away from that,
Right.
and understand that it is protection. It is playing it safe.
Right.
I better be safe now
And
than
sorry.
later. So we shouldn't be shy about buying the condom. And so we also trying to look at getting condom vending machines placed at various points
Right.
where the interaction between the human being accessing the condom is less. So
Well, the
you walk.
pharmacist actually put it right when you enter. You look into the cage and you see it. It's right there in front of you.
Yes.
Different brands.
Yes. So that is what we're planning at. We've written a lot of proposals. We've done the calculations, and we're looking for funding to get
Some
it.
people
So that
don't
we
speak.
put
When
it
they go,
at-
they start pointing at the thing and saying,
And some of them we're not only going to put only the condoms, but other things like candies and all that. So you
Right.
go in there, you just you slot in your bill, and then it drops, and then you pick it up.
Okay.
Without talking to
Thank
anybody
you.
or seeing anybody.
Dr. Fred Anapoku, we're grateful for your time. He's from the Ghana AIDS Commission. Lois Kisiedu, good morning to you. She's enjoying the condom conversation, by the way. I wish you all the best, Doctor.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
And
so
then-
much for attending upon us. Now it's time for birthdays. And then Hajia Nura will read the news for us. She doesn't buy condoms, by the way. She's waiting for Alaji. And happy birthday to Mrs. Esenam Amedosu. It's your birthday today. Happy birthdays from my good brother Godwin. He says, a happy birthday to you. He is allowed cash out, so something special is coming your way this morning. Mrs. Esenam Amedosu, it's your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Also, another happy birthday to you, Gertrude Korte of Kotea Logistics Airport. Happy birthday to Inshuraba Akachi Ahiaba. Cheers to greatness, greater grace from mommy, daddy, and your brothers and Samira. They wish you a happy birthday. If it's your birthday as well, happy birthday. My name is Johnny Hughes. I'll be here tomorrow again to do this all over again. Hajia is in a beautiful, is it gold yellow or
mustard yellow?
Pardon?
Mustard yellow.
Hey, Jesus. So we forgo square again. So what spells yellow?
I think his is like bright or
Pawpaw yellow.
No, not pawpaw yellow.
Okay, so yours is mustard yellow.
Yes, this should be butter.
Butter yellow.
Yeah.
Charlie, Isaac, we forgo square again.